Peace. Friday night living. Campaign trail. That positivity. Man, just tapping in. Just reading comments. I'm on the StreamYard so I can take some guests. If anybody was inspired by yesterday's live with me and this brother Mahdi Ahmad on our little debate. So I'm on this StreamYard, so if anybody want to hop on a live with me with some questions or comments or whatnot, that we can get it in without no delay, hands-on, face-to-face, real-time, live. That's what this is, Friday Night Live. So it ain't just me talking to you. You know, we can go both ways. Salute Microphone. Salute Nate the Greatest. Michael Hawkins. Salute Mr. Fuentes. 323 back on the scene with the brown and black on the same team. The rap game seems so messed up. If a real rider ever got in, probably stressed up. It's like I said, tapping in with 7:30. So I'm still arranging my little time schedule. So it was 6, but I've been late for the last couple of days. So we're gonna get it together. Derek Mallory, salute. St. Paul, Twin Cities. What y'all think about yesterday's live? If y'all seen it, for those that seen yesterday's live with me and Mahdi Ahmad, what y'all think about that? Can y'all give me some constructive criticism? Was that entertaining? Was it educational? Was it sad? Was it a combination of all of it? Is it something that sparked your interest or sparked some other questions? Because that's why I'm on this live. So I'm on the StreamYard, so we can hop on here and get it in. Safi Ali, wa alaikum salam, salute. Filmo Black 50, what up, what up? Nate, you said it was definitely educational. Was it entertaining though? Because this ain't no religious channel, but that's what I be on. Not religion, but I be on. I represent knowledge of self. Everybody that claim, my man was trying to throw shots. He thought he was offending me. Like, oh man, you making yourself look bad, my brother. Jamila Burns watched your debate, and that man had no answers. Michael Fone crushed him. You heard him because he's trying to argue with me in the comments. Oh yeah, I didn't get to check out the comments. I can't get distracted by the comments, but I'm glad y'all was there. I'm glad y'all was there in the comments. But that's why I'm here today with the StreamYard, with the link. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me go and get this link together. And whoever want to get it in, there go the link. So I'm going to be posting that throughout this little live. If any of the people that oppose disagree, because I've seen a few people had some disagreements, and they definitely didn't like that title I posted. KAM destroys. KAM destroys Ahmad, Mahdi Ahmad. Destroys. Because he kept on saying his 4 verses of the Quran absolutely destroys the NOI theology. I don't know why he kept saying that. I guess he had that rehearsed. I didn't have nothing rehearsed. That's why I was assuming that bro, was a Quranic scholar. Anybody that act like, we not Muslims and that they real Muslim, like you're supposed to know what your own book say. I know it's in the book, but if you're going to hit me on the spot, like what verse is that? Oh, man. All right, well, hold on. And that just slowed the whole thing up. Now I got to get on here and type while I'm on the live. Like, man, I thought you was going to be in agreement. You know it's in there. So y'all seen I posted all the links to the Holy Quran. You know what I'm saying? Everything I said was there. Ain't that something? Everything that I said was there, that the Quran said, that he said it didn't say, it said. Not the NOI said it said. The Quran said it said. So, Monique Hill, salute, greetings, peace to you. If y'all don't mind, hit the thumbs up on the way in. Hit the little thumbs up if y'all don't mind. Suge L, Cam did some slap boxing. Come on, homie, put your hands up. Got to squab up, right? That was it wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? He was calling it that. That's why I even just titled it what it was, because I didn't get hostile whatsoever. I might have got a little irritated because, you know, he kept on dancing around like that. Well, I ain't gonna go there with it. Like that Shakur fight. Like, we here to see blows. We here to see blows. I think I seen you yesterday though, Suge L, saying a comment saying that, quoting the Bible, God is not a man that he should lie. You posted that a couple of times, right? So I'm not a man that I should lie either. So that don't say God is not a man. It says that God is not a man that he should lie, because he's a righteous man. He's the most righteous man. So y'all gotta look. It wasn't a period after the word lie. I mean, after the word man, it was a comma. That was a sentence that was still continuing. I'm not a man that I should lie, and God is not a man that he should lie. It is not saying God is not a man. Only the facts in the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. No, I mean, I hear you, salute. You know, may God be pleased with our brother, but that's the spirit of Islam. That's not the spirit of no individual brother or sister. No, that's where he got his spirit from. So no disrespect. You know, I understand what you mean, but yeah, the Bible, you know, there's a lot of I could have made the brother's case better than he did, but I'm not gonna help him. I'm not gonna help him diss me and lie on me. So, you know, it's a whole lot I could have defended his case against the Bible and against a lot of stuff way better than he did. But yeah, that wasn't even slap boxing. You know, you let a person talk long enough, they're gonna beat their own ass. They're gonna beat their own ass. They're gonna knock themselves out. The issue with him was that he was ill-equipped to have the conversation. We have to understand that zeal and energy does not equal qualification. Right. I mean, why even be foolish enough to charge, you know, to run at somebody when you don't even have the knowledge? If this was about knowledge, that's why I didn't even have to necessarily get into interpretation. Let's deal with exactly what the book says. The book says that Allah has hands, has eyes, is a he, calls itself he and we, never calls himself she or it. Did you hear all those incredible excuses and incredible explanations for the English pronouns that we all know so well? We doesn't mean we. He doesn't mean he. Hands don't mean hands. Eyes don't mean eyes. Like, why is it even translated into the English language? Like I said, when all the words in a sentence can be defined. You can take all the words one by one and take them to the dictionary and define that he means this, hands means this, eyes mean this. So you're saying that the God of creation didn't know what words to use. He couldn't figure out how not to confuse us by using, you know, clearer words. Well, man can't understand Allah. It just got worse and worse. It just got worse and worse. Philmo Black. That was funny when you told him, well, we don't kill each other, so who's better? It's common sense, exactly. We're not real. You're the real ones, and you're the ones that's killing each other. You're the ones that's selling dope and doing drugs and gang banging or whatever that those Muslims is doing. And I didn't really press him, but a Muslim is never supposed to accuse another Muslim of not being a Muslim. That's why I asked him, I was like, have I ever, during this conversation, have I ever accused you of not being a real Muslim? Like you've been accusing me? He's like, well, I don't care if you would. That's not what I asked you. Have I ever, like, I'm like, just terrible. Then I was like, well, you said that to me, right? You accused me of that, right? That's already a violation of Islam. If anybody knows about Islam, it literally instructs us and orders us, say not that you are not a believer. Say not that you are not a Muslim. You come across somebody and you don't like their get down or their interpretation or whatever, we are not allowed to say they're not Muslims. But he clearly did that and other things, straight lied on several instances. That's why I posted all of the receipts, all of the clips and the links of the Quran, not nothing else, of the Quran links. So you can argue with that. Sugar, my mother and father told me I don't ever want to see you running into gunfire again. I haven't since then. You don't go running straight into gunfire, right? I mean, Nate the Greatest. You can always tell a tree by the fruit. That's what he was saying. And, the fruit is the best part. So if I ask you clear questions, is the Nation of Islam suffering the things that you say people that didn't join the Nation of Islam is suffering? If people didn't join Noah or Lot or Abraham or Moses, if they didn't become followers of them and they out there getting their ass beat, they out there getting destroyed and tore up, is that Moses' fault? Is that Abraham's fault? But the people that are following Moses and Abraham and Muhammad, they're not suffering none of that. They're not guilty of none of that. So you can't force or control people to believe and submit or whatever. But once those that are wise enough decide to do that, then yeah, we're living in utopia. We're living in peace and brotherhood and sisterhood in the midst of chaos, in the midst of everybody in hell. We sitting here in heaven, in the middle of hell. So whoever follows and has been following the Nation of Islam and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we haven't been suffering none of that. Don't ask me about what people in Chicago or the youth in LA or whatever, like, ain't nobody. First you say we got free will, then you say we're responsible for them choosing to be with the Nation of Islam. Like, if the whole world is gone astray, they choose to go astray, right? If it's 2 billion Muslims, it's almost 3 billion Christians. So the major numbers are the ones that's astray, the ones that's deceived, right? If the devil deceives the whole world, then those with the major large mass numbers are the ones that chose to believe whatever they wanted to believe. The Christians, or the Orthodox Muslims or whoever, those are the masses. Those are the ones that the Quran say is disbelievers. Even though we claim the faith, Christianity even tell you that. All these people that say that they with Jesus, gonna come to Jesus, Lord, Lord, didn't I cast out demons and do great works in your name and such? And Jesus is gonna reply, away from me, you worker of iniquity, I know you not. So you among us, you claiming that you this super Christian or this super Muslim or whatever, but when it comes down to you facing the Messiah, he's gonna say, according to the book, the hell away from me. You ain't with me. I don't know you. You's a worker of iniquity. You a liar. We got you on tape lying against me, lying about me. Right? So I just like keeping it 1,000, using common sense, critical thinking. You want to be complex and foreign and bizarre, and you know what I'm saying, talking about Quran and the Quran, or Arabic. Like Arabic is not Islam. Arabic is not Islam. Now God don't know how to speak nobody else's language. So that you saying that everybody, all these other hundreds of countries and hundreds or maybe thousands of languages, they can't get the benefits of this Islam because they don't speak Arabic. If you ain't the most arrogant, childish, selfish, foolish, like, so now God don't know how to speak everybody's language. It has to be in Arabic. The Arabic says this. The Arabic, I don't speak Arabic. I speak nature. I speak mathematics. I speak provable creation. And obviously that's working out a whole lot better. The microphone, I have little to no knowledge about the subject y'all was speaking on, but I know what it looks like when somebody gets hit with a haymaker. Them combos you was hitting me with was amazing. It's just you would do the same thing. If you got honest questions, I'm like a child. The greatest question you can ask anybody is why. You know, children will be like, why? Okay, but why? Why? If you can't tell me why, not just tell me, if you can't prove why, because you can tell me anything. If you can't prove why and make it make sense, then you're not qualified. You definitely not qualified to accuse me of something. So that's why I had to hurry up and get him over here, like while he had to, you know, while he was on the spot. You know what I'm saying? I love, because you give him too much time, they can say, well, let's set it up for next week. I ain't setting up nothing for next week. You on the live right now. Come on, hop on this live. Let's run this phase so that people can see it right quick. Let's go viral. Let's go shadow ban block viral. You know what I'm saying? So now it's public record. Now it's up there forever. for everybody to study. Everybody to see what he said versus all them links that I put that the Quran actually said is in there, but he said it wasn't. Jamila Burns, all praises due to Allah, came into person, the master Father Muhammad. You proved your point. I certainly don't care what a person who believes in spook gods believe. I'm just saying, like, why promote mysteries? Why promote that we should believe in mystery gods? That's the epitome of powerlessness. That's the epitome of blindness. That's the epitome of deception. Why would you promote God as a mystery? I don't know, and just because I don't know, then nobody can know. Okay, where does it say that at in the book? Nowhere. Why are you saying that? And in fact, the Bible says in Revelation 10:7, I think, that in that day, you know, the mystery of God should be finished, right? Like he said to the prophets, like God said to the prophets. So it ain't supposed to be no mysteries of God. Anybody that's pushing God as a mystery is a fake, is a liar, is a scam artist. You see Candace and Kanye interview. Yeah, I seen that. That was old though. She had that, you know, for a couple of years or whatever. But yeah, I seen it. Unknown Raider guy, what's good? Peace and blessings, Mr. Brock. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to recap on that, hoping that he showed back up, or anybody that disagreed, that didn't like that spanking he took, would show back up and hop on the live and see if they could do better with me tonight, right quick. DD, hi Cam. How did the strip club situation come about with you and Snoop? Did you guys ever speak about it? If you do speak to him, what would you say? Thanks. I don't know how the strip club situation came about, you know, but if I see a strip club in my community, you know what I'm saying? No, we never spoke. He never, you know, I haven't spoken to him like maybe 3-4 years, maybe more. So that's on him. That's on him. If I spoke to him, what would he say? The same thing that y'all heard me say. Well, I would say more, because it's more personal stuff involved of why he should have hollered at me. So, but you can't force another person. All I'm gonna do is my due diligence. I did all of the steps of communication for years. So whatever, hey, I don't know. Unknown Raider guy, what are your views on reparations for Black Americans? Do you think it's owed to us? If you don't mind me asking, of course it's owed. I don't know if you familiar with my posts and pages or whatever on social media. That's the main thing I'm pushing. That's the agenda, period. It's not nothing else. Reparations. Reparations is the equivalent of what America has been doing for the state of Israel, the white Jewish Ashkenazi, victims of the Holocaust for the last 76 years. So if they can do that for them for the last 76 years, since 1945, 46, 47, and 48, then of course that's what's owed to us. So that's not a political thing. That's a spiritual, prophetic, a biblical and Quranic prophecy that's going to happen. It's not going to happen politically. It's going to happen because the God of the chosen people of slaves of 400 years is going to curse them, is going to plague them so much that they're going to have to give that to us. And then he's still going to destroy them all, according to the prophecy. That's not going to come from voting. That's not going to come from no politics. That's going to come from the wrath of God. Black Mud Cam, that was simply out of sight, bro, man. Salute. Devon Cutmore, salute. Where you go? Oh, there you go. Mills Lane, do you think Johnny Cochran was eliminated trying to seek reparations? I don't know if that's why he was eliminated, but I believe he was eliminated. Yeah, I believe he was poisoned. That could be a main reason, but I think he just was too sharp. He was defending and getting too many powerful Black males free, because this enemy, of course, uses their legal system and these wicked satanic lawyers and attorneys to twist us up and to get us caught up. If you ever seen the movie The Devil's Advocate with Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves, yes, them lawyers be the biggest devils and Satans. That's how they get us caught up. And they'll trump up some kind of fake charge, and then it could be some female or some sexual whatever accusations. And just like Michael Jackson, you got too much power, too much money, too busy to pay attention to that. I'm like, I can't be going to court for somebody that's just claiming I did something to him. Just here, pay and make it go away. Just make it go away. But when you pay and make it go away, that lawyer that advised you to just pay and make it go away, he set you up. So now you think that it really went away and it's just sealed, but them files ain't sealed. They're going to be unsealed later on down the line in a whole nother case, and they're going to use that so-called sealed file that you paid the hush money or whatever. They're going to spend it all kind of ways. And now you lost the money, you lost the case, you lost your credibility, you lost your character. They assassinated your character, and they used all of that to lock you up, take all your money, and eventually take your life. So Johnny Cochran was one of those for us. He was the lawyer that knew that game, that satanic lawyer game, legal game, judge game. So they couldn't afford to have somebody that brilliant and that wise that was riding for us, that could be lawyer and defense attorneys for us once we got famous and rich. So they had to get rid of him. This is my view. This is my opinion. Avon Ticey or TC. What up? Black Mud, what's your relationship with Tariq Nasheed? I talked to him once or twice on the phone about some business or whatever, some functions or something was going on, some activism stuff. But I got respect for him. I like what he do. but I don't know him. I had a mutual phone call through glasses through G Malone, but yeah, I ain't did nothing with him or nothing yet. Sure, yeah, and those reparations being demanded are to do with probably the largest unpaid labor exploitation case in the history that's outstanding. Unbelievable how some tried to undermine redressing it. Yeah. And I can't talk about these political candidates, but you already know what they said about it. So I can't go there. The Mad Black Man, can you speak a little on the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's brother John Muhammad? I love hearing him speak, but he spoke against Farrakhan, so I'm confused. Do you know why he was against the minister? No, I don't. And if you speaking against Farrakhan, then you are speaking against the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is the one who sat Farrakhan in his seat. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad is the one that made the Minister Farrakhan his national representative and said, wherever he go, tell you to go, wherever he tell you stay from, and continue to hear and listen to and do that to my minister Farrakhan. He never said that about nobody else, including John Muhammad or whoever. So he already told the world on several occasions that Farrakhan was his successor, was his Aaron. He was the Moses. He was fulfilling Moses, who became a god and went to be and joined with God. And then he made Aaron his prophet. So the Jehovah God, grew Moses into a God himself and then took him away from the people. So now he was with the God, and he left his brother Aaron among the people to take his place. And now Aaron became the messenger or the prophet, and Moses was the God. This is according to the Old Testament, to the Torah. So all of that has been fulfilled already. So anybody, I don't care, you was Elijah Muhammad's brother or children or grandchildren or whatever, you just was jealous because it wasn't you, apparently. But we already saw what Farrakhan did. He rebuilt the nation. He rebuilt the house. He rebuilt the work. He rebuilt the church, right? John Muhammad didn't do that. Nobody else didn't do that. So I don't care how they feel or what they say or whatever. They didn't do this work. They didn't wake me up. I didn't become a member of the Nation of Islam because of them. I ain't never heard who they were. I don't know who they was until I was already in the nation. And I just was deciding I wanted to read the history of Elijah Muhammad's family and this and that. So, yeah, I'm going to tell you straight up what it is and what it ain't. Sure, yeah, these people will use a closed, self-contained system with their own rules to lord it over people. If you start to defeat them, they'll seek to change and modify the rules, right? Fillmore Black, Governor Newsom talked about reparations. That might be why they didn't choose him over Kamala Harris. I mean, talking about reparations ain't enough. Everybody say we'll talk about it, or we'll look into it. We'll study the idea. In 1945, President Harry S. Truman didn't need to do none of that. That was way back when it was still black and white TV. We didn't have no state of the art, nothing. And he was able to get the first 100,000 white Ashkenazi Jewish victims of the Holocaust immigrated or transferred from Europe, from Germany to Palestine before they even was officially carved out that land. It was still unstable, wasn't, it wasn't no agreement nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And they got that done in 1 year. That was 76 years ago. And we've been paying for it ever since. We've been supporting it ever since. So they could have did that for us. That's reparations. Reparation ain't no collapsing fiat currency called the US dollar. That's not reparations. Reparations is land, our own separate state or states and territory that's totally independent, totally self-sufficient, and supported with state-of-the-art infrastructure, state-of-the-art technology, defense, everything that a nation has or needs, just like Israel has. That's what reparations is. You don't even need their money if you got your own everything. You got your own economy. You got your own money. So they owe us that. And they prove that they can do it. They prove it. There's 10 million people in Israel right now. 10 million. The population of Israel is 10 million. So they could easily have done that, and they still can. So anybody that make it seem like it's too complicated and no, we don't know which blacks is, that's all BS. That's all a lie. Mills Lane, what do you think about civil lawsuit advocate Ben Crump? I don't know nothing about him. I ain't seen him really win nothing, but I don't know. I don't know too much about him. Avance TC or Ticey, this your boy Pooh. My sister said you asked about me when y'all was at Red Carpet 126. When we was at the Red Carpet, man, I don't know which Pooh that is, but if it's 126, then I already know you my family, so that's what's up. If I seen the picture, then I know exactly who I'm talking to. They owe us cash payments. What good is cash if it's fiat? The U.S. dollar is worthless. Nobody respects the U.S. dollar. Nobody is even accepting U.S. dollars no more. U.S. dollars is worthless. Pay us in gold. Pay us in gold and silver. Don't pay us in no fiat pieces of paper with some slave master face on it. That's not money. That's not cash. 159 years of back pay? No, 476 or 470 years. 407 years. 70. Black Mud, I love and respect the NOI, and I always have. People can say what they want. Long live Muhammad. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, man, I like controversy. I like arguments and fades, right? Some people saying KAM like to argue. Absolutely. I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer for my people. I love to argue with ops. I don't want to argue with people that I agree with or people that's on my same team. I love to argue with ops though. If I can't do this with you, you know what I'm saying? I love to fade you, with words. You know what I'm saying? Especially on the subject of our identity or God or reparations and all that. I just right now we under instructions and orders that we can't speak about this whole political process and about this war business, the stuff that's going on with Israel and Iran and all that. So I can't speak on that. Do you think Don Cornelius was taken out by the elites? I don't know much about Don Cornelius and his situation. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of these people, these entertainers' lifestyle was real wild. They had wild lifestyles. When you're rich and famous like that, you get addicted to all kinds of little lifestyles and things that can probably play a role in taking you up out of here. It's like Whitney Houston or whoever, the lifestyle choices can take you out of here. The mad black man KAM, do you know Brother Wesley Muhammad? Yeah, I'm gonna interview him. Of course, that's my bro. I'm gonna interview Brother Wesley, and I'm interviewing Brother Nuri, and I'm gonna see if I can get young brother Reza, Reza Islam. So them is all my brothers. Them is all my younger brothers. Yeah, so we already got that lined up. So I was actually supposed to be following up with them this week, but the Supreme Captain Mustafa Farrakhan, son of the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan, his queen had just transitioned yesterday, so everything came to a halt. So our prayers and condolences and well wishings of comfort, go out to the Supreme Captain Mustafa Farrakhan for the loss of his queen, his wife. So yeah, all of that came to a halt. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of trials and tribulations of the righteous, but we thankful We're grateful for the time and effect and impact that our sister had and blessed us with. So it's a lot of, it's a lot of stuff that was lined up, but life happens, things happen. So we got to give time, we're going to get to it when we get to it, God willing. Yeah. Mills Lane, why don't you try to get Judge Joe Brown to talk? Me? I don't know. I'm not really interested in too much Judge Joe Brown got to say that we ain't already talking about. I'm anybody that I'm talking about, like, I represent the hip hop rap so-called elite. So I don't necessarily need a Judge Joe Brown or whatever. I'm not into politics and stuff like that, especially if I can't talk about it. I wouldn't. There's nothing really, no disrespect to Judge Joe Brown, but there's nothing that he would be saying that I'm interested in hearing, Mike, Mr. 40-year-olds with no children, seriously, you're in three shaming black men into starting a family, seriously. Bible says be fruitful. Well, hell, there's 8 billion people on the planet. How much more do you need? You want to hop on this live with me, Mike, Mr. Mike? I don't know exactly what you're saying, but let me send you this link. You got the heart to hop on this live with me? And let's talk eye to eye and man to man. If you disagree, I would love to hear what you're talking about. You down? You with that? If so, here go this link. Here go the link right there. Hop on this live with me. Yeah, 40-year-olds with no children and no spouse is absolutely suspect. Let's talk about it. Like right, Philmo Black said, line it up. Let's line it up right quick. We won't have to take long. We can probably get it in 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I won't waste a whole lot of time like I did last night. We get straight to it. Hit that link. Hop on here with me. What you say? It's the Fuentes. Yeah, you know it. That's entertainment. That's what this is about. Man, if we're gonna do this YouTube thing, we may as well do it expeditiously. We may as well run them fades, line it up. I'm not even gonna try to get in an argument or something that I know I can't win. So I don't even be here. I just be here talking about what I'm talking about. But if somebody brings up some old past post or something that I said that you don't like, then don't leave it in the past. Now is the time, the present. Hop on and let's line it up. Let's talk about it. You said shaming black men into starting family. If that's how you took it, you should be ashamed. If you're 40 years old and older and you ain't got no family, are you sexually active? So you just irresponsibly want pleasure of sex, but you don't want the responsibility that come with it? You want to take the pleasure from a woman, but you don't want to give her the security of being a husband or a father or something like that to her child? Yeah, that's seriously wrong. There's something seriously wrong with that. Yeah, the Bible say be fruitful and multiply. Are you a Christian? Please don't say you're a Christian because you're using Christian Bible references. I double dog dare you to hop on this link with me. Hop on this live with me. I got some Bible questions for you. 40-year-old, no children haver. Let's talk about it. Mike might just be a child. But I mean, it's all good. Brock, what up? I said Mike, but I'll let you get 5 minutes or something. What you got to say, bro? Peace.
I was just checking in, Brother Cam. I realized that you had sent out the link, so I decided to capitalize and come to the live and speak to you face to face.
Right. I feel you. Is there anything particular you want to talk about?
I was unsure if you were actually able to read my messages about the mineral rights when they were speaking of reparations. Cause like on in Louisiana, my grandmother's property, there's all, but the actual all rig that goes like that is I'd say maybe 50 yards behind the actual property. They're sitting on an acre. So to my knowledge, I would think that they were sucking the oil from a distance, maybe with a pipeline or something. But then I had a female friend whose father left her property, and she had began introducing me to the mineral rights that she was receiving, and she would get a monthly check for all that just sits under her land. Well, I realized that I was probably in about 2009 maybe, when we found the salt mine in the pipe systems. That was just water was like channeling all the way to the salt mine, maybe 5 miles, and I just wanted to update and I guess alert people that have all near their property. Recently, I found out that similar to the Gulf of Mexico, that like on the west coast in the ocean, there's also the oil rigs that go underground, and those pipes run a long way, which I can feel may have a part to do with all the earthquakes that's been going on too. You know.
Well, I don't know if you know too much about the United States real estate scam laws. So these days, they don't even allow, if you buy land, they don't even allow, you to own the mineral or the natural resource rights. If there's natural gas or oil or whatever on your property, it's in the contracts of real estate now that don't belong to you. That belongs to the state. That belongs to the government.
I think that's bogus on their part. However, a lot of these times with people that's having land with these minerals has been a family tradition. You know what I'm saying? Like when I guess parents become deceased or
Yeah. No,
things of that
I
sort.
understand, but it ain't many of us black people, descendants of slaves, that have no grandfathered in land like that. We've been sold it, and once we sold it, then they started changing the law. So if we ever buy it back, or black people ever buy it back, then they don't have the rights to the mineral resources or the natural gas or the oil or whatever that might be on that property. So when we sign the deed or we sign them other little legal devil's advocate, demonic lawyer contracts for the land, we ain't even worried about it. We ain't thinking about it, but that's really where the wealth is at. The wealth is in the minerals and the natural resources that's in the land.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, I don't mean to bogart the live when you invited someone else, brother Cam. I thank you for adding me to it though, and I bounce. Peace. I've been in chat.
Peace, Brock. Peace. Michael Phone. I'm 38. I'm about to have my first child, and I have a whole new outlook on life. I was nervous at first, but like you said, Cam, the goal is to bring a righteous soul in this world is an honor. Exactly. Any problems that you're scared of, any problems, diseases or issues that we need a solution to or a cure for, comes in the form of a child that's born. A child is going to be born, and children is going to be born that's going to have a predetermined idea to solve that particular problem, to cure that particular disease. That's how these things work. So if we can be deceived into being too afraid and living in fear instead of living in faith and living in gratitude that we have the power to naturally create another God, another human being that can improve on us, we can give them all the data and experience and information that we was able to acquire and transfer it to them at a young age, and they can start off where we left off. That's what life is all about. That's what being fruitful and multiplying is all about. But if somebody can deceive you and make you scared and make you think you're not supposed to do that, then you will be successfully extinct, dying out, barren, no legacy, nothing to show for being here. Trying to encourage you to just party, be selfish and just party. Don't worry about nobody else. Just worry about your own pleasure, your own material gain. That's called a failure. That's called a failure. Anybody that's only living for themselves is a failure. Mills Lane, he needs to contact Queen Janice. She helps people get their land patents, heirs, patents. She's on YouTube. What you see that, Brock? Mills Lane said contact Queen or type up Queen Janice. Black Mud, Cam, send me the link. I just want to ask you. It's in the chat, so it's not a link. I'm just putting it in the chat. You can just copy and paste this link from the chat. And anybody that want to get on and ask me a question or give me a comment, give me a piece of your mind, cuss me out or whatever, you know, you're welcome to do that. The StreamYard link right there, you're gonna automatically pop up backstage, and I'll pop you in. You know what I'm saying? So I can already pre-screen you. I can see if you're on some BS. If you're on some BS, of course, I'm not going to put you on stage, but I'm definitely welcoming everybody, their comments, questions, criticisms. Elmatic, for sure. Walaikum salam. Appreciate. Oh, yeah, you got them? Yeah, that's for being late. You already know, you know what I'm saying, that you priority to me. You know what I'm saying? So anytime I see your name and I recognize it, whether it's late or not, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to try to put a little extra on it for you. Because you've been like, you know, my top supporter, you know what I'm saying, most consistent supporter. So appreciate you, Elmatic. Right. Thank you, Raider God, man. I'm so happy for sure. Suge L, if I was ever to visit the U.S., Cam would be the man to visit, sit with, disagree or disagree. That's all love. Same here. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing as long as we respectful with it, respectful about it. Marlon Cozy, what up, Cam? And the chat. My apologies for being late. Nah, man, you right on time. You right on time. You like the Lord. Might not come when you want, but he always on time. Pistol Low, well said. The babies could change a lot. Plus, they give you a reason to live. Exactly. They give you inspiration. They give you inspiration and motivation. And get your mind right, like you said, because having a little life that depends on you is rewarding when you fulfill those needs and wants. Man, you said, I wish I could pin that. The StreamYard don't let me pin that, Pistol Low, but that's absolutely right. Absolutely right. Anybody that really, especially you a man, that everybody say that we ain't ish anyway, black men ain't nothing and blah, blah, this and that. But once we have a child, like that give us a whole reason. That's our reason. You know what I'm saying? The baby mama could trip out. The baby mama could trip out of turn, but we know that baby is innocent. That child is innocent. Until the mama or somebody else corrupts their mind against us, that's what we there for. We know, like, man, I got a little one, man. I got a little me. Ain't got no sins, ain't got no crime, no dirt, ain't start lying yet, ain't none of that. Like, I got the chance to do it again through him and make a better version of me. Like, so we love that. We love that. Louis, shalom. Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, Friday Night Live. We just taking comments and accepting guests. I really love people that disagree. I really love if I can get some of the people from yesterday's live in the comments. I wish they would get on and have money and hop on this live like Mahdi Ahmad did yesterday. Because I think I'm a pretty reasonable brother. I think I'm pretty reasonable. I think I'm pretty level-headed. I don't think no argument that I present, even though it's controversial to a lot of people, is not unreasonable. It's not crazy. It's not offensive. It's not insulting. Why would a person be offended by the idea that God could be just like us? That God could be what we are? Why would that offend any sane human being? Why do you want the human being to be so worthless, so useless, so foul, so distant from the creator, from God? Why would you want that? Why would you want to even believe something like that? Why wouldn't you want to be connected, a direct connected descendant of the God? Bro asked me, so you tell me God defecates and urinates? Who do you think created the digestive system? Obviously, God saw that, that as a divine thing. Just because urine or feces stinks, whatever, that don't mean it's not divine. That don't mean it's not holy. Divine means from God. If God created the waste system, then it's divine, right? You literally pay for cow waste called fertilizer to make sure your crops grow healthy and strong. So if cow is beneath our value as human beings, and cow dung or cow boo-boo is that valuable, why couldn't human gods, little baby gods boo-boo, be just as valuable or even more valuable? You just don't know the science of what human boo-boo is worth, right? You just don't know the value of it because you're just ignorant, right? If we know cow boo-boo is worth something and horse boo-boo is worth something, why you don't know the value of human boo-boo? Why you don't know the value of that? Some ancient tribes absolutely know the value of it. Some ancient tribes absolutely know the value of human urine. They know human urine or children's urine. I don't know if y'all got grandmothers or whatever that know a newborn baby's urine, pee, is good for your skin. It clears acne. Did y'all know that? No. Pee on your skin. Oh, okay. You letting it. Y'all flying to Dubai and letting it. Nah. Yeah, y'all getting. Oh, well, trying not to go there, huh, boy. Trying not to get this page struck. Sure, yeah, I enjoy these lives, but YouTube beats block notifications like Chicago Bears. Man, say that part. Do we need tardy slips? Nah, Mr. Fuentes. Brazy D, why are there Muslims supporting a such and such boxer? I don't know. Ain't no Nation of Islam. Get on this live, Brazy D. I seen you yesterday. Hop on this live. Here go the link right here. Have heart, have money. Let me see you. I'm making myself available. I'm a grown man. Let me see you hop on the live, with me right now. Ask whatever questions. Ask for questions because you had opposing comments yesterday, and then today you saying something about like Muslims and trans. I don't know what you're talking about, but say it live so I can see your eyes and I can hear your voice when you say it. You down to do that, Brazy D? You a blood? Where you from? Where you from, Brazy D? Are you black? Hop on this live with me. Unknown Raider Guide. Cam, have you had an interview with Dusty Vision yet? No, I don't know who Dusty Vision is. Yeah, I don't know who Dusty Vision is. Marlon Cozy, they say bros ain't ish, but they got their hands out like TV trays. Right. Ragger, David, I don't know. Yep. I'm not Craig X no more. Just like Malcolm X or Cassius X. I'm not Craig X no more. Come up to the modern times. Ragger Davis. Is your last name Davis? I'm not Craig X. But yeah, I'm waiting on Brazy D though. Brazy D, where you at? Is it an agenda, Cam, like the Palestinian BS? I don't even know what the Palestinian BS is. Why are there Muslims supporting a transmission boxer when they would instantly legally terminate them in any Middle Eastern country? Is it an agenda like this? Yeah, I would love for you to get on live with me. Certain things I can't even repeat, but I would love for you to get on the live with me. Mike Smooth TV, how's your relationship with Dub C? Is great. Yeah, it's great. I got a good relationship with everybody. They might not they might not feel the same way about me, but I feel good about all of them, you know. A lot of them might not be able to face me or look me in the eyes, but you know, I'm here for all of them. Right? I don't personally, I understand so-called business and business alliances or whatever, but my manhood, the way my manhood is set up, like Kevin Hart, the way my testicles are set up, it won't allow me to, you know, it won't allow me to do certain things or to respect certain things very much, certain positions. Like if I, you know, so salute. I'll just leave it at that. Right. It's hard to speak truth on censored YouTube, Devon. Absolutely. That's why I keep cutting myself off and stuttering and doing fragmented sentences. Brenton Iverson, KAM, do you firmly believe in the Moses and 10 plagues event as historical fact? Absolutely not. It's not history. It's prophecy. So Moses, the whole Moses and the children of Israel story and the 400-year slaves and all of that never happened in the past. That's prophecy. Prophecy means that prophets had visions, or they had the ability, the divine ability. Their pineal gland was so pure and clean and clear, and they were so righteous that they could tune in on the future. They could see the future, and they would write the future down as though it already happened, because to them, it did happen. If they saw, you know, a movie, or they saw something in the future and wrote it down, that's why in the Bible it says, and I saw, they speak in past tense words, and I saw a city come down from heaven or come down from the sky, and I saw a beast with 7 heads, and I saw this, and I saw, and such said. They speak in past tense because prophets already saw it as though it already happened. So they write it in past tense, and those of us that don't know that that's actually prophecy we reading, we take it literally like it actually happened the way they said with past tense words. So we think it's history when it's really prophecy. That's why they're called prophets. They're not called historians. They're prophets. Prophets is talking about what's going to happen. So, you know, that's the confusion. We don't realize that it's written in past tense because the prophets saw it and wrote it as past tense, because to them, they already saw it. We didn't see it and we didn't live it yet, but they wrote it like that. Tim Forth, from a religious standpoint, are some rappers considered devils from what they preach and teach? Absolutely. Absolutely. Not just devils, but Satans. Some of us are Satans. A devil is one whose wickedness or weakness is just confined to ourselves. We just affect ourselves, right? But a Satan spreads his wickedness to others, seeks to spread their weakness and wickedness to others. That's a Satan. So it takes intelligence, it takes premeditation, takes intent. Satan intends to infect others. They write rhymes and they write whatever, intending to infect others. So they are Satans. And there's grade levels and degrees of everything. So there's grades, levels, and degrees of gods, angels, believers, messengers. There's grade levels and degrees of Satans, demons, devils. There's grades of everything. Brenton Iverson, rappers today are anti-Semitic. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're the Semitic people. Semitic means Afro-Asiatic languages. So we're the Afro-Asiatics. So anybody that can teach us to hate and destroy and target our own selves, that means that we've been programmed to be anti-self. If we're Semitic and we're taught to be anti-self, then we're anti-Semitic. So most rappers and most rap is anti-Semitic. It's not that the art form is anti-Semitic. The art form is Semitic and holy and righteous, but it's used by the enemy for wickedness now. It used to be used for consciousness and waking us up and raising our consciousness, uniting us. But the enemy saw that, and the enemy is the one that funds and backs these artists. The enemy is the one whose labels and label owners write the checks and decide whether we're going to promote this or promote that. We're going to push this or push that. We're going to put a budget behind this video and this promo tour or that. So this conscious, revolutionary but conscious pro-black movement of rap or hip hop was against the interests, against the agenda of the owners of the industries. The owners, they had a different agenda. You know what I'm saying? We think that these Satans is just about money. They not. It's one thing that supersedes money to them, and that is the Messiah. They'll put all monies on the back burner to make sure that the Messiah is blocked or the Messiah is deleted. So rap represented the voice of the Messiah. So they had to change the direction of these artists. They had to make it seem like rap only represents drill and gang banging and dope and thotting and twerking, just self-destruction, self-disrespect. Rise Radio, I'll have to disagree on your view of ancient Mizraim, though, family. Our Elohim destroyed ancient Egypt. I don't know what you're talking about. Speak to me like a kindergartner. I have no clue what you're saying. And here you go, Rise Radio. This is what I'm here for. It's Friday Night Lives. Here's the link. Instead of texting, I don't know if you're a woman or a man. Instead of texting, hop on the live with me and say your piece in real time, like an adult man or a woman. Let's talk about what you disagree with. That's what I'm here for. We'll do it respectfully. Like I'm not saying you're an op or an enemy or nothing like that, but let's reason about what you disagree about, because you're saying words that I have no clue what you're trying to say. You're speaking in tongues. So I want you to interpret that to where we all understand exactly what you're saying. Benton Iverson, how often you go live? I want to tune in and discuss some things close to my heart with you live every day. Might not do it on the weekend, I'm not sure, but every weekday, like from between 6 and 7:30 on the West Coast time, or 9 and 10:30 East Coast time, every day, every weekday. So I'm at this every day. I only be intending to do 1 hour, but it always goes over an hour. So we already over an hour. I'm already 3 minutes over an hour. But I appreciate the company. I appreciate the attention and the energy. So it makes me want to answer certain questions. Yahuda, you there? I hear you.
Shalom, brother. Can you hear me?
Shalom. You don't want to show your face?
Yeah, I'm not set up like that on my PC just yet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's all good. What's your you said I disagree on your view of ancient Mizraim. What is that? Is this the same person?
Well, I'm just saying that our whole confidence and faith today in our current captivity is based on our Elohim, the Most High Yah, delivering us from ancient Mizraim or Egypt. All right.
So
And
can you do me this favor?
yeah.
And I respect that you trying to show the audience the authentic words, but can you just say it in the language that we recognize it in?
Yeah, not a problem, man. Like I said, the Most High, man, I heard what you said earlier about, you know, he's not a mystery, right? And he isn't, because he reveals himself to his people, right? And when you look at our feast days, and when you look at Passover, for instance, right? A feast that, you know, has been taken over for the most part by another people, but we're reclaiming that thing. Uh,
I mean,
it
I
was
don't
based
want to rush
on,
you, but can
yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know what I'm saying is that whole feast day is based on our deliverance from Egypt, from ancient Egypt. We're in Egypt today. You know, if you have a dollar bill, most of us don't have paper cash today. Everything is digital for the most part. But look on the back of the dollar bill, what you see, pyramids, right? That's signs of pyramids in this country. All right. And so what the point is, man, our hope and our confidence in our Elohim to deliver us today is going back to the old ways, the old path. And when we look at our ancestors' history of being captive, you know, descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, in a foreign land in Egypt, all of those plays that happened was the Most High delivering us with a mighty hand. He's going to do the same thing today.
Okay,
And so,
let me stop you.
mhm.
So you saying that there's some proof of that happening in the past?
I mean, what's Egypt today, man? A bunch of sand and pyramids.
No, no. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen, I'm saying something specific. You
Mhm.
saying that it's going to happen again? So you saying that
Yeah,
this?
absolutely.
Listen to me. You're saying that the Bible prophecy that God told Abraham, know for a surety that your descendant or your seeds will be a stranger in a land that's not theirs, and they'll be,
Right.
you know, taken overseas, and they'll be afflicted in bondage for 400 years, and after that time,
Right.
you
So,
saying that happened already?
no, that particular prophecy, because our ancestors weren't in Egypt that long initially.
So what you just said is going to happen again. So
Well, our deliverance is going to happen again, right?
do you see how you're not making too much sense? So
No,
which one is it? So it's only one instance of the four.
because
Listen to me.
yeah,
There's only one instance. It don't say that there's going to be multiple 400-year children of Israel situations. It's
mhm.
only once. It's only happened once.
Right. But who said that that particular prophecy that was given to Abraham was talking about our captivity in Egypt? I mean, that happened. It was a foreshadowing of what is going on with us today.
So I'm saying I just asked you that. I asked you, did you say, are you saying that it happened already? And you saying no. Now you saying it did happen already.
No, I didn't say that. Maybe I misunderstood your
What are you
question.
saying? Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing means something happened once and now it's about to happen again.
As far as our deliverance, the Most High delivering us with a mighty hand, it has to happen that way because they don't
What
respect.
is delivering us from 400 years of slavery, bro?
Well, I mean, you went back to the scripture in Abraham. I went to the scripture in Torah
That's
that that covers our deliverance and the whole
what are
meaning
we
behind
delivered from?
Passover.
What does it constantly say we're delivered from? That God delivers us from what?
Not constantly, but I mean
Constantly, all
the
throughout the
thing
Old
with our
Testament.
captivity in ancient Mizraim or Egypt and our captivity today.
Captivity for how long?
Well, we've been here over 400 years, of
No,
course.
no, I'm saying the Bible says for how long is this particular captivity?
Well, according to the prophecy of Abraham, it
How
was
long?
over 400 years. It was over
Okay,
400
so I
years.
just
Right.
asked you earlier, did that ever happen anytime in the past?
Well, Egypt was definitely destroyed.
Brother,
Elohim
brother,
definitely
brother, brother,
destroyed
brother, brother.
ancient Egypt.
Please answer this specific question.
Yeah,
Was
go ahead.
there any descendants of Abraham that was taken overseas, like the Bible says, in a strange land that is not their own?
Us, Judah.
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to let you go. All right, bro. Peace. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. I tried. And I'm not even being difficult. It's clear. I'm trying to show the clear, you know, I don't know, man. Um, I really enjoy tuning in for wisdom every night. Thank you, Divine Cutmore. Brenton Iverson, Kemet is the Holy Land, just as holy as Levant. Kemet, you mean Egypt in the Middle East? Okay, and so we're caught up on land mass instead of caught up on the characters. The characters are more important than the land mass. The characters identify the land mass. The people is not the chosen land mass, it's the chosen people of God. So whatever people fulfill that prophecy, that's the land mass that the book is really talking about. So I clearly asked, is there any history of any prophet, any people that was ever enslaved for 400 years after being taken from their homeland to a strange land that was not their own? And there is no history of that. There's no such history. Nobody in Egypt has ever been through that. The only people been through that just happened starting in 1555. From 1555 to 1955. And then according to these United Snakes lying records, they say 1619. So even from 1619 to 2019 is 400 years. And that 2019, like the 400 years, it said after that 400 years, God said I would come and start hitting them with plagues and curses and all of that. So I don't know if y'all know that right at the end of 2019, the pandemic hit. A plague that we never seen of biblical proportions hit right at the so-called 400th year, according to their record books. So there's no people other than us that fulfill that prophecy. So there's no foreshadowing, there's no prelude or blueprint or whatever. We are those people, point blank. If we are those people, then we have to have a specific God that we can identify, a specific Moses or Musa that we can identify, a specific Harun or Aaron that we can identify. The Nation of Islam has been doing that and identifying that ever since 1930. Anybody claims to be a Hebrew or Hebrew Israelite that cannot identify their God, their man God, whom Moses or Musa spoke to face on a regular basis, as a man speaketh to his friend, and then the Aaron that took Moses's place once he went away to be with God for 40 years or 40 days, 40 nights. A year is like a day or whatever. So if you can identify us, if you only identify us, but you don't identify the rest of the main characters, then it's off. It's not valid. It's not valid. Brenton Iverson, why is the black man's circumference of knowledge only focused on the Bible and Quran? Bible and Quran are universal principle, books of universal principle. Bible and Quran are actually the prophecy, the history written in advance of the original nation in certain cycles of time. It's our nature. It's the book of our nature, the principles of our nature. There is no book or no information. There is no writings more important than Bible and Quran. Give me some writings that have to do with the identity of the original nation that's more important than Bible and Quran. Bible and Quran just represent revelation from the supreme being, from the Most High, about the original nation. So they call it religion. We don't call it religion. We call it knowledge of self. We call it knowledge of self. Supreme wisdom of self and kind. The sciences of everything in life. It's not religion for us. It's religion for those that have to learn to be like us. Just like brother said yesterday, none are like us. They have to learn to be like us. They're not originals. They don't have natural soul. They don't have natural rhythm. They have to learn to dance. They have to learn to sing. They have to learn to jump. They have to learn to do all the things that the original man and woman does naturally. They need a book for that. They need Darren's dance moves. They need a Bible. They need a Quran for that. The Quran and Bible is just our natural nature. It's the way that we live. That's put in book form for the benefit of those that are not original. Please break down the 40-day mystery number. It's mentioned many times. You can. I don't know what you mean. You need to dig deeper. Bible and Quran are plagiarized from other ancient texts. Why is it plagiarized? So the Quran literally tells that it is a verifier. This is what I was telling brother yesterday. Why would you be like defensive or accusing somebody of stealing something when the Quran literally tells you that this is a compilation of stories of the ancients. This book, Quran, is a compilation and a verifier of the Torah, of the Bible, of the prophets, some that we mentioned to you and some we didn't mention to you. So it's verifying exactly what you're saying. So why would you say it's plagiarized? Well, you must not have never read it. Why would you say it's plagiarized when it's saying exactly the same thing that you're saying, minus the plagiarized accusation? So why do we jump out there with no knowledge? Why do we jump out there with no knowledge and make accusations instead of asking questions? Why do we make ignorant accusations instead of just asking questions? Like, that's what I'm here for. Ask me questions. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna make yourself look stupid, or I'm gonna make you look stupid if you accuse, if you make statements accusing which is false. Hop on here with me, Brenton Iverson. It's your turn. Hop on here with me. This is a live. See, it say Friday Night Live. Reading comments and taking guests. Hop on the live with me. Let's talk about it. I just sent you the link. Click the link and it'll bring you right to this stage. Because we seem to be stuck on thinking that these concepts originated with these books. King is Cash, salute. Peace to the God. We are the original people. The original people, say the book, the Bible, or whatever book you're talking about, Mesopotamia or whatever, we're before Mesopotamia. We're before that. Whatever civilization that you bring up, we're before that. We were before that. Before there was a Bible, before there was a Quran, it was us. Peace.
Black man.
Black man, what's good with you?
It's a blessing, man. It's all good, man. Good to be invited on.
Oh yeah, man. It's all family, it's all brotherhood, it's all love and respect. So you were saying
Exactly.
something about Mesopotamia or plagiarism.
Yeah. So first of all, let me say this, Cam. I met you years ago in Rancho. My cousin Rick, his wife, I think, knew this girl that you were dating. This was like in the late 1990s or 2000. I was drunk as hell, and I was so glad to see you. You was laughing. You was like, "Oh man, this dude tripping," but you showed me love, and I appreciate that, bro. You may not remember it, but again, it was a Rancho. It was a party in Rancho, and you straight showed me love. We chopped it up for a little brief minute, but I really couldn't go into the sciences because I was tipsy as hell. But I appreciate you that night because you showed me love. So here's what I want to say, man. First and foremost, I'm not a religious man. A little bit into Islam. I've read a good portion of the Quran. I read the Bible from cover to cover. What I'm saying is that at one point in time, when I was just reading the Bible, at one point in time, I was just reading the Quran. My knowledge was just limited to those two books. So everything I read, I believed up until that point in time because it was in between those two covers.
Mhm.
Then when I start reading other ancient texts that predated the Bible and predated the Quran, predated all those prophets, all those holy people, the patriarchs, all the matriarchs, when I start reading the Greek text, when I start reading the Kemetic text, when I start reading Mesopotamia, when I start
Mhm.
reading Roman texts, all these so-called stories, all these so-called myths that are in the Bible, that are
Mhm.
in the Quran, have already happened. And what I'm saying is that whoever have written the Quran and the Bible, we know who did it, who's done it. These stories were borrowed from other ancient cultures in that area. A lot of
Uh-oh.
happen as accurate as we think they did. And what I'm saying is that I did over 30 years of research, and I'm willing to go. I'm willing to debate this. I'm willing to put money on this. We can talk more in detail about this. And this is not to tear Islam down. This is not to tear Christianity down. This is just to tell the truth about the Black man history worldwide, and especially about an ancient Kemet. This bad thing about these people from, I guess they're, what we call them, uh, the Black Israelites, the Black Hebrews, then these Kemetic, and then we got this Christians, we got the Islam. All these people, right now, we are pitted against each other. It's like a splinter group, and we can't see who the main culprit is, the main one who's causing all the deceit. We got all these strong Black cultures. We got all these strong Black cultures.
All
We
right,
got Nation of Islam, Fruits of Islam. Hold on, I'm
hold
almost done. I'm almost done. We got the Black Christian cults. I mean, not cults. We got the Black Christian sects. We got all these strong Black organizations right now, but we cannot come together right now because of religion. The thing is, we got to dig deeper than the Quran, and we got to dig deeper than the Bible. When we do that, then we're going to be exposed to more truths. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, no. Keep going. I want you to make a point, though. You was making a point. What's the point
So
that you
my point is, I've already made the point. My point is that, number one, we need to come together. All this, Hebrews, this and the Kemetic, they're evil. That's BS, man. If you really do the research about the
Who said they was
excursion to
evil?
Moses, if you do the research, that's not really true about
I
all
said,
that
who
stuff.
said there was evil? Who on this live said that was evil?
Bro. Anybody from whoever claimed to be Hebrews always say the Egyptians, they enslaved us, they were evil, yada, yada, yada. And it says it in the Bible. It says in the Bible.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that I've already stated this. I'm telling you that the Quran and the Bible is plagiarized from other ancient high cultures that predated them, that is around the Levant and in Africa. And that's the honest to God truth. For an example, you got the 10 Commandments in the Bible, you got the 10 Commandments in the Quran, so somewhat, right? These laws existed in ancient Africa and Black Egypt 4,000 years before Moses even got them on a Mount
There's no
Sinai.
10 commandments in the Quran.
Okay, but so the command, what I'm saying, are there similar commandments to the 10 Commandments?
So look, are you familiar with the Nation of Islam theology or Nation of Islam teachings?
You know what? Not as deep as you are. Like I said, I dug in the Quran just a little bit. But
Okay,
if I was to be, if I was to be any type of religious man, it would definitely be a Muslim.
Well,
But go ahead.
Did you hear me say that Islam is not religion to us?
What is Islam?
Islam. Do you know what the word Islam means?
Submission.
Okay, so it's submission religion.
It's a practice. Yes, it's a practice. Yes.
So is there something wrong with practice? Do you practice anything?
Wait. So what was your original question that you asked me? Because I want to keep.
You
I want
said
to
that
keep
we
this
can't
on.
get you said we can't get nothing done with religion or something like that. So then I said,
No. I'm sorry, Cam. Before that, you just said something about. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't want you to use your frame of thought, but I want to make sure that I stick to the question that you asked, and I've kind of forgot it. But go ahead.
So you saying that you're not familiar with the Nation of Islam teachings, right?
Oh, okay. Here's where we are. We were talking about the 10 Commandments. I'm stating that the 10 Commandments already were in ancient Africa and Mesopotamia and Assyria. These commandments were all over. They were already stated and written in those holy books before Moses.
And you said that they was in the Quran, and they're not in the Quran.
Okay, so does the Quran have similar laws that somewhat quote, or they basically they reminisce about the Ten Commandments in the Bible? Is there anything in the Quran that says similar things about the Ten Commandments?
That you shouldn't steal, that you shouldn't kill, and you shouldn't do all the stuff that you know you shouldn't do?
Basically, what I'm saying is that here's what I'm trying to say, Cam. I'm speaking specifically of the Bible. Moses, the Ten Commandments on Mount Sinai. We know all that whole story, right? Whether it was mythology, whether we believe it was mythology, or whether we believe it actually took place, or whether we believe it was prophecy. Those 10 commandments that Moses got on that tablet, thou shalt not kill, yada yada yada, all that. So that already existed in Africa at least 3,000 years prior.
Did the 400 years of bondage of a certain people already happen?
See, and that's also what I like to talk to you about. I would like to get
bro, slow down for me. Like I let you talk this whole time. So now I'm asking you specific questions. All I want is a simple yes or no answer. So based on what you believe or studied or have you what you understand, has the Bible that you said been plagiarized and all of that all them stories is plagiarized. So
yes,
that's saying that the story of the 400-year descendants of a certain people that was took across the sea and in a strange land and made slaves and bondage and affliction for 400 years, that already happened somewhere.
Well, so are you stating that you're talking about the most current? You're talking about the current slave trade,
brother,
right?
That's literally what I just asked you. Listen to me, please. Please listen to me. If your response is you're talking about the current, then that's what I just asked you.
No, I'm sorry, Cam. Ask the question again. I'm sorry.
So you're not familiar with the teachings of the Nation of Islam teachings, right?
Somewhat. Go ahead. Yes, somewhat.
Have you ever heard the question or heard of the lessons by Master Father Muhammad? The first question being, who is the original man? Where'd you go? Have you heard of the first question in the Supreme Wisdom Nation of Islam lessons that ask the question, who is the original man?
I already know who the original man is, but go ahead and answer. Go ahead.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah. Oh, no. You know what? I've heard him pitch that, but I know we're the original man. We know that. Yes. So go ahead.
Okay. So if I'm telling you that according to what you know about the Nation of Islam teaching, how old do we say that the black nation is?
How old do we say the black nation is?
Right. How old has black people been existing on this planet?
Sure. You mean so when you say as a nation, you mean as a civilization, or just like as a like the first beings? You mean as a civilized culture or as a being?
Either one, brother.
Because as a civilized culture, it's been way over 10,000 years. 10,000 years and then beyond that in Africa, yes.
Right. No, I'm asking.
And actually,
brother,
even older in Levant.
Brother, I asked you a specific question, right?
And I answered.
No, you didn't. I asked you specifically about the Nation of Islam's teaching.
Okay, maybe I don't know it. Go ahead. Maybe I don't know it. Go ahead and give me that answer. I don't know it. Go ahead and give me the answer.
Can you hush, brother, please? I let you talk, right? I just let you say your talks, and I didn't interrupt you. So now when I'm asking you specific questions.
Hold up, B. Chop it up.
Right.
Chop it up.
I asked you, do you know how long the Nation of Islam teaches that we have been here on this planet? Yes or no? Do you know how long?
No, I don't. No, sir.
Thank you. So the
Nation. Can you please elaborate? Can you elaborate? Can you enlighten me?
I don't know.
I probably read it, but yes, enlighten me.
You want to talk, brother? Go ahead.
No, I just said enlighten me. I probably read it, but give me the answer of what you just asked.
I don't know if there's a delay. Maybe it's a 5-second delay or 2-second delay because I was already in the process of answering when you're saying answer. I'm already talking. So when you interrupt me, you know what I'm saying, that's just disrespectful. If you see me still talking, answering the question or continuing the statement, then just let me talk like I let you talk. According to the Nation of Islam, original people, the question is asked, who is all right. I'm gonna have to let you go, my brother. Anybody else wanna holler? But this is good. It's kind of draining. It's kind of draining to me because I be hoping that we a lot more reasonable, a lot more calm, a lot more respectful or respectable. The Nation of Islam, because he was saying that we plagiarize. Basically, if you're accusing somebody of stealing, plagiarizing means stealing. You're accusing somebody of stealing, and then they start giving you, their theology and their proof and their doctrine, and then you just keep talking and talking and talking. So the Nation of Islam teaches that the original nation, the original black man and woman, has been on this planet, has been in existence, the oldest record that we believe, based on the supreme wisdom that we was taught by Master Fard Muhammad, the teacher of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the one who raised this whole nation up and proved his power by uniting us and waking us up and redeeming and reforming us. He taught us that the oldest recorded record of our existence is 76 to 78 trillion years with a T, not million years, not billion years, 76 to 78 trillion years. That's when the first records started recording our existence, 76 to 78 trillion years. So the Bible is just 5,000 years old. The Quran is just 1,400 years old. So what was the God? What were we using before 5,000 years ago? If we've been here for 76 to 78 trillion years. So for you to accuse us of plagiarizing something, Mesopotamia plagiarized us. Whoever you mention that's supposed to be the oldest people that you can research, we already predate that by 76 trillion years. 76 trillion years, not 66. 76. I didn't stutter. It's 66 trillion years from the deportation of the moon, Jamila. We was already here for 10 trillion years before the deportation of the moon. The deportation of the moon is 66 trillion years. Be careful. Be careful jumping out there. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. Would anybody like to hop on this live with me? I'll try to be as patient as I can. I'll try to be as respectful as I can. Anybody want to hop on the live with me? Welcome down. Innate divinity is probably the laws that we use. Salute, salute. Brenton, were you the one that just didn't let me speak? King is Cash. Well, let me bring you back on here. You can click the link again, Brenton. Just respect your brother. Just respect me a little better than you just did, because I want to get somewhere. I want us to actually hurry up and get to a point. I want it to be entertaining, but I don't want to just, I don't want to waste the people's time, waste our attention. Our attention is valuable. So I don't want to have no dead air time or no, like, you know, insulting our intelligence airtime. I want us to really get something out of this, some value and some content, if we're going to be giving us this. 78 trillion years, we are older than the universe. Who said the old, who gave you the age of the universe, Sir Uncle Buck? Hop on a live with me. That sounds preposterous, huh? Because white people didn't say it, huh? Hop on a live, Sir Uncle Buck. There go to StreamYard. Hop on a live with me. Let's have a good laugh. Let's put some more laugh emojis. Let's have some real live manhood laughs. I just sent the link. 78 trillion years, we're older than the universe. Who said the universe wasn't that old? The white man? How long has the white man been here? The one that you listening to, how long has he been here? He's gonna give you your history. Peace, bro.
Cam, I apologize. All right.
All love. It's all respect. All love.
Okay, go ahead. And yes, I have heard those numbers that you have spit off. I heard all that before, absolutely. But go ahead. I'm gonna sit and listen.
No, I made my point because you accused Islam, which means submission. You accused submission of plagiarizing something.
Okay, so maybe I possibly use the wrong term. What I should say is that Bible, because I have read the Bible thoroughly. I have not read the Quran as much as I probably should have. But yeah, I do believe that the Bible definitely plagiarized from the Greeks, from the Romans, the Assyrians, also the ancient Egyptians, the Kemetics,
from
and also
Greek?
from the people of the Mesopotamia.
You said it was plagiarized from
I'm sorry?
the Greeks? You saying the Bible was plagiarized from
yes,
the Greeks or by the Greeks?
definitely the New Testament, version, a lot of the writings of Paul. If you read Platonism, the Trinity, all that stuff in the New Testament, when you read the Greek Testament, once you read it and you're smart enough, you can make the connections, you'll connect the dots, you'll see it. Absolutely.
Which one came first, the Greek whatever or the Bible?
So you're asking me what came first, the Bible or the Greek text? Which one is older? That's what you're asking me.
You saying the Bible was stolen from the Greeks, right?
No, sir, I didn't say that. No.
You said it was plagiarized. That's why I asked you from the Greeks or by
so
the
I
Greeks.
said what I said when the Greek, yes, so there's Greek mythology in the Old Testament, there's Greek mythology or writings in the New Testament.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So you're saying that the Greek civilization is older than the Bible?
The Bible really doesn't have a date. We knew when it was commissioned in Egypt, and we knew how it was written. No, Cam, listen. You don't have to laugh like that. What I'm saying is we knew when the Bible was written. We knew who commissioned it. We knew who got it off. We knew the Septuagint.
Plagiarized. How could you say it's plagiarized if it don't have a date?
Okay, ask a question. I'm gonna ask you a question, sir. You know what the Septuagint is, right?
No.
Okay, so the Septuagint is a Greek version of the Bible. Wait, hold on. You being as astute as a Bible and a Quran thumper as you are, honestly, you really don't know what the Greek Septuagint version of the Bible is?
You wasting my time, bro. If I told you no,
yeah. Well, we can't have this conversation.
All right. Goodbye. Boy, but, you know, you give my people a chance, but we can't have this conversation. I'm not on your level. So this is the kindergarten class. Cam is here. You know, I speak kindergarten. I don't speak cosmic grade level, whatever grade, super grade level you on, brother. I don't speak that. So sorry. Yaqub's people ain't that old. Yaqub's people is about 6,600 years old, 6,600 years old. But Anybody else want to hop on here with me real quick? Like I said, I passed the hour mark. I guess I'm going on two. I guess I'm going for 2 hours. May as well. It's Friday night live. Ain't got no job. Ain't got nothing else to do. May as well get entertained. Asked D Fair common sense. He couldn't answer the question. Talking around the question, wasn't ready. I mean, we want company. I mean, it's nothing wrong with wanting company and wanting attention. And I'll try to give you the floor to say whatever you want to say. But if it's, if it's not going nowhere, then it's not going nowhere. So really, I'm into first things first. I'm really into practical reality. It got to be practical. It can't be a waste of time, right? Whether it's allegedly plagiarized or not, we are the descendants of a specific prophecy. Whether it's plagiarized or not, we was talking about a specific prophecy of a specific people that was enslaved for 400 years in a specific land overseas that was not our own. I don't care nothing about Plato and Greeks and plagiarisms. I don't care nothing about that. If you can't show me another people that fulfilled that part, this is what we talking about. This is what we talk about. The God of that part, the Moses of that part, the Aaron of that part, the people of that part, the time of that part. I don't care about no Sandrusians or whatever he say. I don't care about that. I don't have no clue what that is. So nope, I'm not a scholar. I'm in a kindergarten. But I runs this kindergarten class. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, and if your knowledge was that great, then you would be influencing people. If your knowledge was that great, you would have the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding to actually go influence people and raise a nation like third grade Elijah Muhammad, fourth grade Elijah Muhammad did. Fourth grade, he only went to the fourth grade of school, but whatever supreme wisdom, divine revelation that he was taught by his teacher raised up a whole nation, and it been the brightest star, the best thing going in America and the world for the last 94 years. So if you know better than that, then you should be able to do better than that. If what you know is better than what I know and better than Elijah Muhammad and what he know, then you should have produced better. Point blank. Nate the Great, Abel, salute. Peace, Cam. You let that mighty dude have it. I mean, that's what I'm here for. 817 Street History. Are you saying we're Hebrews? That whole concept came from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Black people in America were never calling themselves and never recognizing themselves as Hebrews or the children of Israel until the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught them from the revelation that he got from his teacher, Master Fard Muhammad, that we are the true children of Israel. We are the true Hebrew Jews that fulfill the prophecy of Abraham. So the whole Hebrew Israelite movement of black people in America came from his idea, came from his revelation. So why don't they give him the credit? Why don't they recognize him as the Moses and Farrakhan as the Aaron of that revelation? How can you just take that identity and say, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, but you don't get a credit? You don't identify who the God is of your Hebrew Israelite is. You don't identify who your Moses is. You don't identify who your Aaron is. I'm down to talk to any Hebrew Israelite brother about that. Anybody who believes that and can't identify who their Moses and Aaron is, I'm here for it. I respect my Hebrew Israelite brothers. I respect their unity, their organization, all of that. Let's have a conversation about that. It's not beef. It's a teachable moment. It's educational. If we claiming Bible fulfillment, Bible prophecy fulfillment, there's no characters more important than the God character, the Moses character who talked to the God face to face on a regular basis. As a man speaks to his friend, he called the God a man of war. So he's a man. and the Aaron that took Moses' place once he went to be with his God. You know what I'm saying? So I'm open. The link is here. The link is here. I'll post it again. Matter of fact, let me post this other thing too, because I gotta. Post that. You know what I'm saying? For those that want to support, because the more and more I talk about these kind of subjects, the more and more radio silence and cancel culture is going to happen. So if y'all appreciate, what your brother be talking about, then, show your support with a thumbs up, with a like, hit the like, subscribe, share this, and, hit the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? It's greatly appreciated as always. Y'all's support is what make me able to do what I do. So I want to give you credit. I don't want you wasting your money on the super chat. I don't want you to do that, because that's going to YouTube. So if you really want to, support the content, and if it's any value to you, then just hit the little Cash App. I appreciate it. Elijah and Louis, huh? I don't know what that means. Louis. Enlighten us or enlighten me. I don't know what that means. And y'all can hit, like I hit saying, this is the link. Mumbai Abu Jamal should be free, not to change the topic, just trying to strengthen us. S. Wade, salute. I agree. Free Mumia or Mumbai? Mumbai Abu Jamal. Yeah. But let's get on the topic. So these let me walk outside with me because pardon me, I'm reading a text message. So yeah, man, we at 146. Anybody wanna say something, or want me to read a comment? Want me to address any questions, concerns, disagreements, anything you disagree with? I can definitely go into it real quick, but I'm gonna get off of here, God willing, on in 12 minutes, 11 minutes. 817 Street History. You do know that Black Hebrew Israelite predates Elijah Muhammad. Why hasn't no Black people of America said nothing about Black Hebrew Israelites being a Black Hebrew Israelite before Elijah Muhammad? Hop on the live with me, 817 Street. 817 Street, hop on this live with me. I just put the link, the StreamYard link on here. Don't type it. Let's talk. Let's talk like men. That's a important subject that will be very educational for all of us. Hop on the live like a man and talk with me. That's an excellent topic. That's an excellent comment, excellent topic. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about who predates who. Let's talk about, if you know, who the very first person of America in America, since we've been slaves, that claimed to be a Black Hebrew Israelite. What year was that? Who was it? What was his name, and what year was that? And we'll have the answer to your question. What was the first Black Hebrew Israelite person that claimed to be that? What was his name? The Hebrew Israelite nation, whatever that elder or that leader is, what was his name, and what date was that? What year, what date, and what month, and what year was that? Can't unmute your guest because they chose to mute themselves. It says you chose to mute yourself. 817.
Oh, peace, brother. Peace, brother Campbell. How you doing?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Can you show yourself? Can you show your face?
Well, it's kind of dark where I'm at. If you want to see, I'm a brother. As you can see, I'm real black. See my hand?
That's a beautiful thing. That's original. That's
but yeah, I just got it dark. So I mean, just so you can verify that I am a brother. You know what I'm saying?
But I still want to see a man eye to eye with that I'm talking with.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Can you turn on the light?
Hold on. Give me a second.
All right. S-Way, peace and blessings, Brother Cam. Dates are nothing compared to our existence. No, I'm talking about a specific thing that Brother 817 is talking about regarding Hebrew Israelite or the origin of that organization in America. So dates absolutely matter. It says, you do know that black Hebrew Israelites predate Elijah Muhammad.
All right. Peace.
There you go. So you say you do know that black Hebrew Israelites predate Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, they do.
Right.
I think it's Rabbi Rashid, if I'm not mistaken, out of New York. That movement comes out of the Garvey movement as well.
Garvey never taught that.
No, I didn't say Garvey taught.
Why would you bring Garvey up? Garvey never taught
because what I'm saying is that they were all a conglomerate of Pan-Africans at that time.
We're not, no disrespect. We're not talking about Pan-Africans. We're talking about religious texts. We're talking about the Bible.
No, I'm talking about the group of what you're calling black Hebrew Israelites. Aren't that what we're talking about?
That's religious. That's not Pan-African.
No. I'm talking about the black Hebrew Israelites that you said that don't predate Elijah Muhammad or any Farad Muhammad. No, I'm trying to explain to you. You know it's the internet age, Cam. You can simply go look this.
You was telling me who is the first black?
I think it's Rabbi Rashid or Rashid or something like that. He's out of New York, but this starts like.
And what year was that?
This starts like in the late 1800s.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but you know, this the internet, bro. You can go look up what I'm saying.
I'm gonna definitely do that.
Yeah, you can go look it up for yourself. I mean, I know you on the West Coast, so you might not.
What was it? Did he have a movement?
They had a pretty strong movement for their time.
What was the name of their movement?
They were the Black Hebrew Israelites, but they have like a mosque. I mean, like not a mosque, excuse me, but they have like a temple and all of that stuff that was all constructed. You can look it up right now.
Oh yeah. I'm
look up the Black Hebrew Israelites movement in New York. There was right around probably right at the same time.
What was his name? Rabbi what?
Rashid, I would say.
Rashid like is a Muslim name.
I know it is,
okay.
But his name is Rabbi something. But he's from New York, and that movement starts off in the 1800s.
Okay, I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah, but that starts just like your movement starts. What, in the 1930s?
It was established in 1930.
See, so. Your movement starts in the 1930s, but before Pan-Africanism, they had, Africans are looking for their history. So it's a bunch of movements popping up that's cloaked off into Pan-Africanism that
we're not talking about Pan-Africanism. We're talking about we're talking about prophecy. We're talking about Bible. We're talking about so-called religion, right? We're not talking about Pan-Africanism.
We're really just talking about history, brother. If you want to be,
no, Hebrew. The subject of Hebrew Israelite is religious.
That's religious. It has a timestamp in history of the 1800s.
Did you hear what I just said, bro?
We're talking about the Black Hebrew Israelite.
Hebrew Israelite is a religious thing. That's not
and what is the date that it starts? See,
you going back and forth. So which thing do you want to answer right here? When
is the Black Hebrew Israelites established? When are they established here in America?
Okay.
Just like that when the Muslims are established in the 1930s, when was the Black Hebrew Israelites established in America?
So that's what you're giving us right now, right?
Yes, that's what I'm telling
you. You're looking online while you online with me.
No, I'm not looking. I'm just giving you a base date. I don't really need to look. I already kind of know.
Why don't you need to look? Give us the link.
Well, what do you mean give you a link?
Give us the link that we can get the information from.
Well, hold on, just give me a second. If you want a link, that's kind of wild. I mean, you know that I know that the Nation of Islam starts in 1930. So anybody that's listening to me can just go look up when the Black Hebrew Israelites come.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
And I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I'm not. But because we're just having a conversation, absolutely. I'm not going to give you the exact date. But I'm telling you, it's the late 1800s is when the Black Hebrew Israelites in America get established. Just like the Marcus Garvey gets established in the 1920s, and just like your establishment comes, the Nation of Islam comes up off of the Pan-Africanism. See, you're not trying to hear this, but the Nation of Islam was birthed out of Pan-Africanism. What was Elijah Muhammad's parents? Were Pan-Africans, weren't they?
I'm being quiet because you just accused me of not trying to hear something.
So is Elijah Muhammad's parent, were they Pan-African? Were they a part of the Pan-African movement before Elijah Muhammad? When Elijah Muhammad?
Yeah, the Pan-African movement is not Hebrew Israelites.
I know, but what I'm trying to tell you,
you're trying to make a whole argument that we're not talking about.
No, what I'm trying to explain to you is that the Nation of Islam movement is cloaked in Pan-Africanism. That is where you get the African nationalism in Islam. That is why
African nationalists.
Well, you guys have African nationalist rhetoric in your speech. That's
no,
you're African first.
Absolutely not. That's absolutely false. Are you familiar with the Nation of Islam? Are you familiar with the Nation of Islam?
Excuse me?
Are you familiar with the Nation of Islam teachings?
Yes.
Where in the Nation of Islam teachings do we say anything about Pan-Africanism?
You don't say anything about Pan-Africanism.
Then why did you say that?
It's an ideology of African first.
No, it's not. That's a lie. We don't push Africa. That's a lie. That's a lie. We don't push Africa. We're not from Africa.
Well, no, okay, yeah.
We're not from Africa, brother.
So where are African people from? You're saying you're not an African?
No, I'm not an African. We're not from Africa. That's why you don't hold on, be quiet. You don't know what you're talking about, because if you knew what we call ourselves, we're Asiatic. We're the Asiatic Black nation. We're not the African nation. Do you know what Asiatic means?
That means non-African.
No, it means the planet Earth. We're from the planet Earth. We're not from no specific place on the planet.
Well, to be clear, these are all just naming conventions that we're talking about. But in taxonomy, of humans,
let me finish something.
African people are not Asians.
Let me finish something. Instead of just arguing, if you don't know what the Nation of Islam believes, then you're false by accusing us of this or that. I'm telling you, as a scholar of the Nation of Islam, that we are the Asiatic, the planet. Our history teaches that the whole planet was named Asia. It wasn't named Earth. The original people named the planet Asia. So we're Asiatics. We're not the Chinese or Japanese Asia. That's not Asia. That's called Asia Minor. Asia Major was the whole planet. We let the Caucasian rename the planet Earth. They renamed everything. We let them do that.
So in modern terms, how do you deal with that if everyone is Asian?
Everyone is an earthling, right?
Well, you have differences, because even in your text, y'all call them, y'all got a whole story about Yaku and all of that. About them being
that's from Earth, right?
But no, you saying they were crafted from something different.
That's from no, we didn't. We said that they came from us. They came from the original nation, and we're from Earth.
So how what ingredients do they have that's not of us? Do they have everything that they have is the same as ours?
No, it's diluted. It's diluted. So when you're getting off the subject, can we stick to the same subject first?
Yeah, let's get back to the subject.
And so the subject that you disagree with me on is what?
I disagree on starting history in 635 AD.
Who's saying that history started in 635 AD?
Well, seemingly some people that subscribe to the Quran, that's where they start their history at.
Do you think
the Quran.
Is the Nation of Islam the same people that subscribe to the Quran? Are you confusing us with Arab Muslims or something?
So how can you be a Muslim if you don't subscribe to the Quran?
You said that the people that say something is 600 AD subscribe to the Quran. And I said, are we the people that you're talking about? Or are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about people that subscribe to being Muslims.
So we subscribe to be Muslims. We don't say nothing about no 6 AD. So why?
Okay. Now, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about chronology right here, Cam. When does Islam come into existence?
What is the definition of the word Islam?
It's probably got something to do with being obedient to Allah. I'm not a Muslim.
Then how are you talking about?
Fumble over these words.
Then how are you talking about when it came and when it didn't come into existence if you don't even know what it is?
So is it not bowing down and having the will of Allah? That's not what it is?
I asked you. Of course, I know what it is.
No, but I'm asking you the answer that I gave you. I'm asking you, was I correct or incorrect?
What was the question?
You asked me what was Islam or whatever it was, and I said to bow or to submit to Allah. That's what it was. I'm asking you, was I correct in my answer?
It don't even mean submit to Allah. It means submission. How old is submission?
Well, we're not talking about how old is submission. We're talking about to which God we're submitting to, and we're talking about Allah right now,
bruh. So you saying this Islam started with the Quran or what?
I'm saying from a chronological perspective, as far as gods that came into existence, Allah comes into existence around 630 something AD. As far as being,
who was Abraham's God?
Well, I'm not sure because I'm not really.
I try, y'all. I try, and this is the grade level of the people that want to jump off the porch with me, and I try to give them time. You know what I'm saying? I try to give them time to prove that they are of intelligence. But this, it turns into entertainment. It's not the kind of entertainment I really want, but it proves the intelligence level, or it proves the thinking level, the critical thinking or lack of critical thinking level of the people that oppose us. Am I tripping, or am I saying clear questions, and am I saying clear explanations? Am I confusing y'all? Maybe I'm confusing y'all. Can y'all let me know? Can y'all let me know if I'm the one that's talking real confusing, or just all over the place? Is it me? And these people are just responding to my confusing talk? Because I don't want to be like that. I don't want to come off like none of this. Mr. Majestic, does the Book of Enoch and the Dead Sea Scrolls have similar references in the Holy Quran? Yeah, as far as I know. Like the Apocrypha, like you said, the Book of Enoch and the Book of Ruth and all of that, that's in the Apocrypha. So all of that validates what's in the Quran, and it absolutely validates the teachings of the Nation of Islam, the teachings or the supreme wisdom of Master Fard Muhammad that he taught to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that stood us all up. So people try to pit us against each other like we're against these ancient teachings, or I'm telling everybody that we are the ancient teachings. We are the ancients of these teachings. So if it's Mesopotamia, if it's something before that or something before that, it's us. But then they try to put us in a little box called Africa. We're Pan-Africanists. BS. Africa is just a limited land mass somewhere on our planet. We're before the planet. Africa didn't make us black. We're not black because we're from Africa. We're black because we're from the triple darkness of eternal, infinite black space, black matter, black energy. We made the earth, which Africa is a part of. We made the earth. We grew the earth. We grew all the planets. We're the gods of the universe. And this is our throne. The earth is our throne, or the earth is our home. But, you know, the Middle East, North Africa is our throne. We chose that part. That part didn't produce us. We produced it. But, you know, when you hear these Johnny-come-lately, you know, YouTube scholars, these Google scholars that want to jump off the porch, that's what you get. Pistol Low, man, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I couldn't jump on and debate Cam. I know that I'm not knowledgeable enough on the subject. I'm just going to listen and learn. Yeah, it's just about asking questions like, why accuse? Like, all these people come out the blocks talking about plagiarism or talking about you're not a real Muslim, and like, why accuse? Like, if you don't know what we teach, just ask. Like, you can't be that respectful. You can't be humble enough to just ask. You might got some high cards. You might be able to, you know, to win in a certain argument, but just the fact you jumping out there not knowing what the hell you're talking about, you already come in losing. You come in losing, and I be trying not to clown ninjas. I'm trying not to publicly humiliate you, but you want to accuse us of plagiarism, and you want to accuse us of not being real Muslim. You want to accuse us of this and that. Like, damn, are we really upsetting you that much? Is our success and health and unity and knowledge and wisdom and attracting power really upsetting you that much? Damn. Strictly Funk, the book of Enoch was banned from the Holy Bible. It's a whole bunch of books that was banned from the Holy Bible. From Constantine, the canonization of the Bible. Constantine, the first council of Nicaea. That's when they constructed the present Bible that we got. We're not Asiatic. Okay, we're whatever you say we are. Sugar, before there were 7 continents, there were people at a point everything was joined together. King is cast to make it owner, the cream of the planet, father of civilization, God of the universe. Thank you, Cam. Good teaching. Jamil Burns, why are we not Asiatic? Cam is like, homie, you got to calm down in order to take this medicine I'm prescribing. Hey, I'm trying, you know, just trying. And I'm doing it for us too, because you see the mental condition. I got mental issues, but hopefully my mental issues don't bleed over into disrespect. It don't bleed over into clearly delusional. Like, you can see I'm clearly delusional. My arguments is so rooted in provable reality that they're scary. They scare people that like to believe in delusions. Because I'm a wipe out, like, no, don't talk no spookism, don't talk no, you know, so-called historians. Okay, you whatever historians you believe in can be just as evil and lying as the rest of them. If you accuse us of plagiarizing, then your historians ain't plagiarizing. Why your historians ain't plagiarizing, but mine are? You know, the proof is in the pudding. If my historians are plagiarizing, then we built a whole nation unequaled and unmatched in success for the last 94 years with this plagiarism. But you're not plagiarism, but you ain't built nothing. You need to get with some of this plagiarism. Y'all need to drink, y'all need to smoke a pack of this plagiarism. Virtuoso, Cam, what's your thoughts on the flat earth theory? It don't matter. Like, why does earth need to be flat? Why do I even care? Why would I even care? Like, but why would, like, if you blow a bubble, why the bubble don't come out flat? Why would I believe that the earth is flat when the fruits is round, the sperm is round, cells are round, everything has dimension to them. They're not flat. I can look up and see the stars and planets and moons or whatever. They're round. I have telescopes. You have telescopes. You don't have to say that, well, that's not really there. It's all round. If you blow a bubble, the equal air pressure, that's pushing in on all sides is a sphere is the most universal and natural shape in existence. A sphere. Why would I think that the earth is flat? Like, why would I ever think that? Why would anybody with intelligence ever think that? And then they say, well, it's not, it's flat, but it's like in a Christmas dome, like like them things you shake up. So you're saying half of it is flat, but then it's covered in the sphere. Like, okay, then it's a sphere. Then it's a sphere. like, but even so, like, what is the point of that? Like, what is the point of even entertaining that? King is cash. Africa is a location on the planet known as Asia. Exactly. Sugar, everything around us in creation that reaches a certain mass is round, but some people think we have to hold that the earth is flat. Someone lacking melanin is selling that stuff. Man, I wouldn't doubt it. An atom is round shaped. Devon Cutmore King is not Africa is named after a colonizer where they say, Africanus. Africanus. I know America is named after Amerigo Vespucci. It's flat like a dinner plate, they claim. Damn. I don't know what that's supposed to do. Is that supposed to mean that the rest of the creation ain't real? I don't know. Like, what does that even mean? Like, is it what does that even mean? Does that mean there's no creator? That means there's no God? It means that what? Like, what is all that supposed to even mean? Red Sanford, do you know of the book taken out of the Bible that described the devil? My brother heard it when he was young, but couldn't remember. It's a lot of books that was taken out of the Bible that describe the devil. Some people say, the book of Enoch. Some people say the book of Ruth. But it's a lot of them. Cam, have you ever met Umar Johnson? Yeah, I met him at like a Million Family March or something like that. But we didn't really exchange no words or nothing like that. We just shook hands and kept it pushing. Strictly Funk. Damn, a whole bunch of books were banned from the Holy Bible. Then they trying to hide the truth. They absolutely been hiding the truth. Absolutely. Yeah. Mr. Majestic, I pretty much have the same verbiage when my kinfolk ask me about my Scottish Rite, ancient free and accepted Freemasonry. I've met a few NOI brothers that's on the square, travel light. Yeah, all love, all respect. That people don't know. I mean, I'm gonna get into that secret, right? If you're melanated, if you're black, and a Freemason, then they don't give us that secret fraternal order was established by Yaqub, or what the Bible calls Jacob or Israel. The real so-called children of Israel, or the people, are Yaqubs or Yaqubians, meaning the Adamites, the Adamic race, the people that's only 6,000 years old. And the secret of Freemasonry, or the secret of their secret society, and why they was even given certain secrets, is a science called tricknology, the science of tricks and lies and how to master the original nation, the original people. We had to teach this new Adamite race this trick, this science of tricks and lies, so that they could achieve and accomplish their destiny, which was to take over the planet and rule according to what the Bible said for 6 days or 6,000 years. A day is as 1,000 years with the Lord. So Adam was given 6 days, or the man of sin was given 6 days to rule. And on the seventh day, like Seventh-day Adventist or Sabbath, or then he would be put to rest from all of his work. So that's what the secret society, secret fraternal orders secret is. The secret identity of the original nation and the secret identity of the non-original, the opposite of the original nation, and why they're able to rule us for this many thousands of years, because we made them in our image and after our likeness, and gave them power and dominion to rule our planet and everything on it for 6,000 years. And after that time, we would wake back up and take it back over, and that's called the resurrection. The resurrection is the original God, people of God, the us and the our that made man or Adam in our image and after our likeness. We would wake back up, resurrect back up from our temporary death, our temporary mental death, because we had to put ourselves to sleep to allow them to even rule. If we was awake, we would never have allowed them to rule. That's why they had to rule us with a secret information that they couldn't reveal. Otherwise, if we learned about it, then we would not only run them from among us, we would have got rid of them all. So we had to teach them how to trick our people. The top scientists, Yaqub and the other angels, had to trick our own people into going to sleep and allowing this new people, this new ruler, to rule us and rule our planet for 6,000 years. So that is the secret of Freemasonry. They don't teach that to the original people. They teach that among each other. After you pass that 32nd whatever degree and you become a Shriner, or what we call a Muslim son, that's a Shriner. Those that study from 35 to 50 years before they can wear our holy flag, which is the sun, moon, and the star. We don't worship the sun, moon, and the star. The sun, moon, and the star worship us. We're not moon worshipers or sun worshipers. The sun, moon, and the star is our creation. And it's the symbol of our power. It's our flag. It's our universal flag. And it's the greatest flag known. That worships us. We preserve it. We created it. We maintain it. We evolve it from stage to stage to its eventual perfection. We, Allah, we, not I, we are one. We are the unity. That's why I told the brother yesterday, your body is made out of individual cells. Each cell can say, I'm the cell, I, but they work together in such unity that they're one. So you can call yourself one person. You can call yourself one individual, even though you made out of billions and trillions of separate pieces that are individual pieces that have their own cytoplasm, own nucleus, own brains and own systems, but they all work together in such a unity that they are called one. So Allah is the Lord of the worlds, plural. Each person is a world, a community, a world of countless individual parts. Street history. KAM, is it your understanding that eventually Eric, Muhammad, and other outlying groups will reconcile to the NOI, or has the tension between them gone too far? I don't even know who Eric Muhammad is. I don't know who that is. The door is never locked for us. Anybody that's not rocking with us is because they choose not to rock with us. Our arms are always open until the door is locked. It's like Noah, until the door is locked. But until the door gets locked, our olive branch and arms of love is always open. You can't come on your own terms. If you come here, you have to submit to these laws. That's Islam. If you don't want to submit to this, then do your own thing and stay over there. But we don't got no beef with nobody. If we had beef, there would be bloodshed, right? Nation of Islam don't have no history whatsoever of bloodshed or beef, whatever, with no other Muslims like the so-called real Muslims do. The real Muslims got a whole million of Muslim deaths from war with each other that both claim to be Muslims. They both claim to be real Muslims, and they shed each other's blood and do all manner of whatever evil and so-called terrorism and such to each other. We don't do that. So which one is the real Muslims? The Nation of Islam don't got no history of that whatsoever. And we can brag and boast about it. So which one is the better Muslim? Which one is the real Muslim? You die, 1 million of y'all died at your own hands. This ain't even talking about the enemy, the infidel, the disbelievers. These two claim to be believers and killed 1 million of each other within 100 years. And they're real Muslims and they're qualified to teach us and guide us and lead us. We just was gangbanging for the last. Like, what you gonna guide me into? Back killing my own people like you doing? Negro, please. So yeah, it's, you know, you're getting it directly. So if y'all want any questions, like it'd be wiser to ask questions than to keep typing fake accusations. That's just demons burning. Like, dang, it's burning. You know, we're busy actually uniting our people, teaching how to live, how to eat to live, teaching our children, you know, building our own schools, our own businesses, our own governments, instead of on internet trolling one of us. You know, you can see my accomplishments, you can see my appearance, you can see my countenance, my spirit, you can discern my spirit, you can tell, okay, this dude, you know, is he crazy? Is he on some weirdo stuff? Is he drinking some Jim Jones Kool-Aid? Is he believing in mystery ghosts and spooks and spirits? Or is he 100% 10 toes down on some down-to-earth stuff? That we understand everything he's saying. It's kind of hard to digest that he's making it so simple, because we want to make it so complicated and so profound so we can look so brilliant, we can look so, you know, scientific. It's not scientific. A child is supposed to be able to understand it. It's scientific, but it's not complicated. It's not something that you can't understand. Why do I need to know, you know, the so-called history of Mesopotamia, whatever? What did that have to do with us as slaves coming together and accomplishing what the Nation of Islam has accomplished? We didn't need to know that to accomplish what we accomplished. You know that and ain't accomplished nothing. Your organization that teaches that ain't accomplished nothing compared to what the Nation of Islam is accomplishing. So Jamila Burns, yeah, the real Muslims sell pork and liquor at our stores, right? So yeah, I went into 2 hours and 22 minutes. I mean, once you get the spirit. My man, you said it. I bet if KAM takes a DNA test, it's going to say you're African, not Asian. My man just didn't hear nothing I said. You just ain't hear nothing I said. That's incredible. But that's why, you know, we're not successful. That's why we're not productive. That's why we on here. Those of us that spending our time on here trolling or opposing or rejecting information instead of, you know, just listening and like, okay, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look that up. It's first thing first with us, practical application. Why do I need to know if the earth is flat? Why do I need to know if African or Asian descent or whatever, if that don't have nothing to do with the pressing issues of Black people, descendants of slaves? It's a spiritual issue. It's not a political issue. It's not a Pan-African issue. We're not on goddamn Africa. We're not on Africa. We don't even know Africa. We ain't even been to Africa. We're here where we are. First things first. Why I'm worried about what the hell Africa, what's going on Africa? I'm here. Africans didn't come over here and wake me up. Africans come over here now. They don't split their wealth and their resources with us. Why am I making Africa my priority? No, my people here that was kidnapped and human trafficked from Africa and made slaves and turned inside out and upside down, that's my priority. You can talk all that African talk if you want to. You got the wrong one. I'm not concerned about that. That's not my priority. My priority is us here, what we are dealing with here. So that's just distraction. Why would I worry about somebody else's backyard? Why would I worry about that? My people is destroyed over here for the lack of knowledge of who our enemy is over here. Pan-African. Pan-Africanism. I don't have time for that. Bro, Cam, was it slaves before Islam or Islam before slaves? They were slaves, period. And in the Arabic language, the word slave means Abdul. Slave means a servant. Slave is not a bad thing. Slavery is not a bad thing if you know the real definition of the word. What the European did to us was not slavery. It don't even say slavery in the Bible. It says bondage and affliction. It don't say slavery, because slavery was not a bad thing. It starts talking about your slaves, respect your masters and all of that. So they mixed it up like that. But the thing that we went through for 400 years that caused God to come out of hiding and say that he was going to return his wrath on the people that did that to us, that was not slavery. That was terrorism. That was torture. That was torment. That was satanic destruction based on race. That was not slavery. That's just that slavery is just an easy word we use to identify, these people, the slave masters. But anybody that's a servant is a slave. That's what the word Abdul means. Abdul means servant of or slave of. That's not a negative word. That's a blessed word. All of us that claim and pride ourselves in being public servants. Yeah, my sorority did this, or I'm a volunteer here, or I do this women's shelter, or I'm a police, or I'm a fireman. All of that's called public servants. That's called slaves. That's the definition of slaves. So absolutely, we had slaves and we were slaves when we knew the definition, when we lived the correct definition of it. The European did some horror movie redefining of that. What they did to us was not slavery. It was satanic destruction. Mr. Majestic, you would have a great live stream and conversation with Brother Jay. That's my bro. Salute Brother Jay. That's my bro. And Griff. Both of them is my brothers. I should definitely, I'm going to take your advice and see if I can get them on here. S. Wade, right on, Shook. There's a slavery and then there's a wholesale corruption. The people that established the U.S. did some wholesale annihilation. Exactly. Human traffic. RAPE. Destruction. Red Rum. Terrorism. Terrorizing little girls. Terrorizing boys. Terrorizing. This is the true history. This is the true history. Is it true that blacks sold slaves? Absolutely. That's just like saying, did LeBron get sold from the Cavaliers to the Lakers? Absolutely. But I just described what a slave was. A slave was a servant. A slave was a volunteer servant or a worker, or a prisoner of war, So instead of killing them and torturing them, they enslaved them, they confined them, they imprisoned them, and still made them do certain work like we do. That's slave. When you're in prison, you're a slave. That's the other form of, that's the most negative form of slavery, is being a prisoner, made them do slave labor. But that's because we committed a crime. I mean, we're supposed to have committed a crime. So instead of capital punishment. Slavery is mercy. We are allowed to work it off. You violate somebody else, you work it off. And you have guards there to make sure you work it off. But yeah, definitely we sold slaves. But the slave trader, who the Europeans that set up they trading posts in Africa in the jungles and whatever in that continent, they lied. They lied to our African chiefs. So those slaves, those workers were architects, engineers, you know what I'm saying? Those were scientists, those were intelligent people. And they lied. They lied to our chiefs and said that if you let us buy some of your slaves, some of your workers, and help us build this new world in America, then they would earn more gold than they're already earning here. We would take care of your people and they would be living better. They lied to the African chief. So yeah, the chief sold them, well, you got to pay me this for these workers because you're taking these intellectual minds, you're taking these genius minds from our tribe, but you're appealing to us and our good nature. Okay, yeah, we'll help you. We'll give you some of our people. You have to give us something. And the people agreed. These wasn't prisoners. They didn't become prisoners until they got on that boat. And then they realized, now we got some shackles for you. So once they came to the actual chiefs, they wasn't coming with no shackles and no whips. They was coming with bargains and deals and lies and stories saying that we need help building this new world. Can you help us with some of your engineers and your architects and your carpenters and your farmers and people that know these sciences? So the chief sold his franchise players like LeBron and Kobe or whatever, sold them to another team. That's how we were sold. Michael 2024, you want to get on this live with me? You said it's all over greed. You want to get on the live with me? I'm not saying that it didn't become that. But we talking about the first ones. We talking about in 1500s, in the mid 1500s, in the mid 1500s. Once our people got conquered by the European, then yeah, they start doing stuff for the European motives, which involved greed. But those of our people that wasn't influenced yet by the Europeans, their slavery or selling the tribesmen, it had nothing to do with no greed. It had to do with helping another person. Just like once they got over here, the Plymouth Rock or the Pilgrims, the Mayflower, the native indigenous Moors and Indians helped them survive because of their kind nature. They didn't know that they was going to repay the Indians with smallpox and the blankets and extermination and genocide. Same way we didn't know that they was going to do our tribesmen like that. Why are you so quick to hate your own? Why you don't want to put the blame on where it really belongs? Why are you so quick to hate and accuse evil of your own? That's interesting. So those of you that just reject the true definitions of the word slave and the context of how slaves were used, that's on you. My job is just to give you the clear message. You can disagree with it. Just getting your blood off of my hands. So you can't say, well, I never heard that. I never heard that information. You heard it. You hear it now. You can't unhear it. So you can disbelieve in it. The dudes with the buckles on the shoes, wigs, and knee-high tube socks. What a sight they must have been. Exactly. They were weak. They couldn't survive. We knew that they were weak. You know what I mean? This just happened within the last 400 years. We knew 5,000 years ago that albinism, albinos, or leprosy was a curse, was a weakness, was a disease. So if we saw a whole people that looked like that, we knew that they were weak. We knew that they were susceptible. We knew that they couldn't survive without us, without our help. We knew that. That's why we helped them. We wasn't familiar with them. We felt sorry for them. Slavery just happened within the this slavery we talking about just happened within the last 400 years. We was familiar with leprosy and lepers. We was familiar with weak genetic power. We knew they was weak and recessive. We knew they couldn't survive without our help. Strictly Funk. Was the FBI made because of Martin Luther King Jr.? Nah. FBI was before Martin Luther King. I think FBI was established in 1947. FBI, the IRS, and some other stuff. That was before Martin Luther King. Yeah. So, everybody says that they're a scholar. Everybody has a view and an opinion or whatever, but let's test the theory. Let's compare studying. Brother was on here early saying he studied for 30-something years. Yeah, I've studied for 30-something years. So let's compare the results. Let's compare the results. What good is your study if you ain't doing nothing with it? If you're not accomplishing nothing with it? Whatever I study, I'm actually teaching people. I got children. I've been teaching a nation through rap. This is the things that I've been rapping about. This has been raising the consciousness level of a whole generation, millions of people for the last 30 years. Inspiring them to clean up their life and clean up their health and clean up their relationships and get out of ignorance and get into the knowledge of self, the love for self and kind, get supreme knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I've been doing my job. What y'all been doing? The ones that disagree with this, that want us to focus on Mesopotamia and all that, and Pan-Africa. Ken, why did Malcolm X form the such and such after being expelled? He wasn't expelled, he left. Why do you keep asking questions and making statements in questions that are false? If you don't know nothing about the nation, why are you speaking about the nation without knowledge? Malcolm X was with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam for 11 and a half years, about 12 years. That's where he became the great man that you know him as. When he left, what happened to him? He didn't last 11 months. He didn't even last a whole year. So this is a God issue. This is not a Pan-African or a political issue. This is a God issue, a religion, so-called religious issue. The God of Elijah Muhammad and the God of Malcolm X, when he was with Elijah Muhammad, made him great. I got the videos of that. It's on my page. I'll put them in this link, the link in this description. Malcolm X is telling you specifically the keys to his success is his belief in W.D. Fard Muhammad. W.D. Farad is Allah, and it's my belief in that made me as successful as I was in front of colleges and mass rallies and debating with scholars and all of that. It was my belief in Master Fard Muhammad being Allah that enabled me to do all of that. This is me quoting Malcolm X. So don't bring up Malcolm X and try to associate him with something else that wasn't successful. Boy, them demons be screaming, huh? I'm looking at the comments. Boy, y'all hate that. Y'all hate the truth, huh? Such as this, man. Like, boy, I know it burns because it just shows how shame that you are. It shows how ignorant and shamed and unclean you are, because when the real representation of the Nation of Islam, like Malcolm used to be, until he started slandering and talking lies against his teacher, the one that made him great. For 12 years straight, everything you heard Malcolm X say in all his greatness, he said, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us thus and so, such and such. He didn't originate none of that information. He was taught all of that information that made his name great by his teacher that he always gave credit to, that taught him, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's all on record, but y'all haters don't want to acknowledge that. That's why I love it. I just love to see y'all burn. I love to see y'all just burn up over that. You want to say that he left, he got expelled. No, it's all public record. We know exactly why he left. Why don't you? And what happened to him when he left? The God that he believed in protected him for the whole time against the most vicious, most powerful, most intelligent, wise, wicked enemy in history. He exposed all of them, call them devs and Satans and all of that to their face. Nothing happened to him. Nobody touched him. Soon as he spoke against the man that made him that great, he didn't last 1 year. Whatever organization that you claim he started didn't do nothing. Same with Muhammad Ali. Whatever he did after he left didn't do nothing. He got Parkinson's or something, or no disrespect, but we talking facts. He didn't have none. They didn't have none of these problems when they was with the nation. When they was with Elijah Muhammad, we supposed to be blind to that. We supposed to be Helen Keller and not mention that clear as day. Why didn't the God allow him to be killed when the real enemy was against him? Why did Malcolm say out of his own mouth that his assassination or whatever was bigger than the Nation of Islam? Why did Malcolm X's own daughters already sue the government and sued for the 50-year release of the Freedom of Information Act? His own daughters said the Nation of Islam didn't have nothing to do with it. So you know better than his daughters, all y'all little goofy haters. Anybody that's saying that the nation did it is a goofy, weirdo hater, because his own daughters don't say that. You know better than his daughters. His daughters were hurt the worst. His wife, Betty Shabazz, united back up with Minister Farrakhan before she passed away. Why would she do that? Why would all these people do that if they thought he did that to their husband and father? That's called bitter, burning hatred for truth by troll haters. Man, bless your heart. Bless your hearts. Hop on the live with me, Michael 2024. Let me see what you vibe like. Let me see what you vibe like. Let me see what you look like. Let me see how old you are, all of that. I'm gonna be quiet. I want to hear your whole spiel. There go the StreamYard link. Michael 2024. Hop on this live. Let's see what you look like. Let's see who your teachers are. I'll be quiet. I'm your elder, but I'll be quiet. I want you to express yourself. Hop on that link. Hit that StreamYard link, Michael 2024. I'm already overtime. I'm going on hour number 3. This is worth it, though. This is education. This teachable moments. Jocko G, your day is coming, and think not you're going to get old and stay healthy. You human, just as Ali disease. Hop on the live, Jocko G. You a Muslim? Hop on the live. This is that good controversy and that good verbal beef that we want. People want to see this. Hop on the live. Don't be a punk. Don't be scared. You typing how you feel. Get on here and say it like a man or a woman, whatever you are. Hop on the live and say it. Let us see you say it. Go viral. Shut me up. I'm only going to be on here 15 more minutes. So if you got time to type, you got time to, it's way easier to hit the link and talk and let the people see us. Change your consciousness. Half these people only know about Malcolm from a movie. Exactly. That's crazy. That's so true. Why y'all scared? Y'all taking a little too long to hit that little StreamYard link. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the troll. I appreciate the comments because they help boost the algorithm. If y'all don't mind, can y'all hit the thumbs up, hit the like button? Hit the like button if y'all don't mind. MT say crickets, huh? Jiminy crickets. Oh man. 817, I didn't disrespect you or nothing. That's you absolutely did. You absolutely did. The sad part is that you don't even realize you did. Jocko G. Oh man. That means you're scared. You got Twitter fingers. You got carpal tunnel fingers. Why would you type all of that and not just show your face and say it like an adult? Say it like you got some testicles. Say it with your chest. Let us see you say it. Show your face. Like I'm showing mine. Like why do I got the testicles to let y'all not like me? You know what I'm saying? And stand on my business in real time, visually live, but you don't. You typing like a secretary. You work in the courthouse? You a stenographer? All these little stenographers, boy, tonight. God. Young Creep, salute. Red Sanford, did you spend time with Brother Khalid Muhammad? Absolutely. Right. Man, I'm only gonna be on here 14 more minutes. Somebody, man, step up. Let's line it up right quick. Young Creep say, all you keyboard warriors need mental help. Go get some. He said it. I didn't say it. Virtuoso, what's your thoughts on blacks who don't like identifying as black? They suffering from a lack of knowledge of self. If you don't know yourself, then you're not going to love yourself. Once you know about yourself and your glorious history and your glorious accomplishments, your glorious genetic makeup, then you fall in love with yourself and you would never deny yourself. You would never not identify as that. You'll go out your way to try to identify as that. You see how many European people is trying to get the benefits of saying that they're one of us? Everybody wants to be us but us. Why is that? Everybody wants to be with us but us. Why is that? So that's called, self-hatred, ignorance, being destroyed for a lack of knowledge of ourselves. This Jocko G, boy, you special. Why not get on here like a adult? Boy, sent them running, sent them packing, roaches scatter. Got to send the roaches scatter just by asking them not to show their face. Man. Now, I like to see these comments because the comments, even though he's being disrespectful, he's helping the algorithm. Jocko G and people like that are actually making me money right now. This page is monetized, so all the interactions boost up the algorithm, and all of that goes towards the RPM. If y'all know anything about the CPMs and the RPM, so I encourage the novels. I encourage those novels and them paragraphs. I encourage that carpal tunnel stenography that you got going on. The day scene, you ain't lying at all, but my black race is harmful. They are hating such and such. They're cowards, and I don't play with none of you. Such blacks destroy lives even when it's no drugs or music. No, it's drugs and music. It's called being robbed and destroyed from 470 years of slavery, suffering, and torture and torment and terrorism. So a person that's terrorized or tortured or tormented, especially as a child, they don't grow up with a moral correctness, a moral foundation. They're mad at God because God let that, whoever God is, that God let that happen to them. So they mad at everybody else. If they're going to be mad at God and their parents, their mom or their daddy or whatever for letting certain violations or abuses or molestations or whatever happen to them, then we don't stand a chance. So that's why they have to be counseled. They have to be taught that it wasn't their fault. They have to be able to relive and readdress that trauma and be able to sort it out now as an adult. So that's why I even be on here. Most of the people that's ops and trolls or whatever, you know, they bitter and they hurt because they've been violated or traumatized as a child by people that claim God. So if they hear me claiming God, and it's probably done to them by a male, so subconsciously they associate me with the person that violated them or broke their heart or disappointed them. So they're going to lash out at me instead of the person that actually did that to them. And I understand that. That's why I don't take it personal. I don't have to get upset or none of that because I understand trauma. I understand that anybody that's hating on true messages that benefits them are suffering from trauma. They're suffering from the demons of trauma. So I don't take it too personal, and I don't try to beat them over the head and nothing like that. I just let them blow off their steam, and you know, show them that I'm not going to respond the way that they're going to respond. And so they get it out their system. They get tired and get some sleep. Once you realize your hate or your venom can't poison me and can't affect me, then you know you'll get you some sleep. You might sleep good tonight. The day seem right. They sow things and say is no God. You're right also, but I couldn't even read that. I have to be grown men and humble. I don't bother people with, yeah, for sure. Jocko G, I thought you was praying and going to sleep. Are we your God? I thought you said you was praying. So I guess your keyboard talking to us is your prayer. You better go make your God your priority and get off of this keyboard. Your God might get mad at you. You just told us you was going to pray and going to sleep. Young Creek, mouse pad soldier. Damn, I'm gonna have to bite that one. Damn, that's a bar. Mouse pads. Not keyboard soldier, mouse pad. Damn. Damn. Man, I really appreciate y'all, man. I just appreciate this company. We keep each other company. You know, we hold each other accountable. We go upside each other's head. But even Jocko G and Devon, what's his name? 817 and all of that. I mean, I love y'all, bro. I love y'all. If I seen y'all in trouble or whatever, I'm a run to your aid. So we just talk our talk, you know what I'm saying, like men do. I'm gonna still throw my jabs because y'all scared to get on the live with me and talk like men, but not 817. I ain't talking to you, but you just was disrespectful and you didn't realize it. But I love y'all, man. Y'all my people. I would never turn my back on you. Me clowning you or disciplining you or wrangling with you or debating with you or whatever don't mean I don't love you. All of it is love. Some of it is tough love. Some of it is accountability love. Some of it is just, you know, slap boxing, sparring love, but it's all love. I wouldn't rather have nobody else as my brothers than y'all. I don't want no other so-called, you know, ethnicities or people that didn't suffer what we suffer from over y'all. So, yeah, if y'all don't mind, man, hit the thumbs up button. If y'all don't mind, hit the little Cash App. That's official West Coast KAM. You know, I gotta remind y'all of that part. One love, Jocko. It's all love. You know, I'm a rapper. People that rap is comedians. So we roast. You know what I'm saying? We roast each other. Just like, you know, when you're in the street, you're gonna probably squab. You're gonna probably scrap before y'all become best friends. So we got to go ahead. We got to roast. We got to squab. We got to line it up or whatever. But after that, you're going to see that I really love you and really respect you. And I want you to be as sharp as I am. That's why you even squad. That's why you even, you know, put your people on, because you want to make sure that they know how to defend themselves and defend you if y'all got to go sit back to back and get down against the real enemy. So I'm saying all of this to sharpen your sword. It's not to destroy you. It's for you to take these you know, these weapons or these ammunitions and use them yourself. Use them about something. Yeah, I'm tired, Jamila, but use them. This is what we here for. We supposed to give our energy for our people. So me being tired ain't nothing. I'm tired, but it ain't nothing. Pistol load, man. Thank you. Thank you, man. That's all this is about, man. Everybody act like they servants and they love their people, but they ain't gonna really spend no time and energy. They're not gonna sit on the curb with our people that's crying or that's sick or that's poor or that's going through something. That's what I'm here for. So if I ain't got no other value, I'm gonna sit here on the curb with my people while we struggling, we in pain. That's why this is called the campaign trail, because I identify with our pain. I love us because of our pain, our undeserved suffering and pain. So I'm never trying to destroy us. I'm never going to be participating in trying to destroy us. We already destroying ourselves. But discipline is necessary. DPs is necessary. That's how you prove you really do love and hold your people accountable. You don't want them to be slipping like everybody else. I want you to be as sharp or sharper than me. So that's all we doing. That's all I'm doing. I love being able to do it with y'all every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be keeping this up, God willing, every day, 6:30, either between 6 and 7:30 West Coast time, evening, and 9 to 10:30. Starting from 9 to or 10:30 on the East Coast. So yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Much love, much blessings, much health, and y'all that suffering stuff. I'm praying for y'all, praying for y'all health. I'm praying for y'all peace of mind, praying for y'all debt, you know what I'm saying, and poverty to get relieved. So I'm really praying for y'all, you know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all accept that. Even if you disagree with me, accept my prayers, you know what I'm saying, for y'all health and y'all well-being, and for y'all to get out of debt and to be able to enjoy life, to be able to link up as brothers and sisters. So if y'all don't get nothing else from Brother Cam or these lives, even though I'll be upsetting y'all or whatever, just know, man, I'm praying for y'all. I'm working for y'all, because prayer is cheap. Talk is cheap. Prayer don't mean nothing if you ain't getting up actually doing something after you pray. So I'm trying to prove that I represent us and I love y'all by giving as much as I know and understand and sharing it with y'all without charging nothing. I don't charge nothing. So I'm struggling too financially, but shit, okay. And what else is new? We didn't have no money for the last 400 some years. That didn't stop us from being great. That didn't stop us from rising and shining. So I ain't gonna let that stop me. I ain't gonna let that, zap my energy or my spirit. Nah, we just be together. We just be keeping each other company until that pinata break. Cause we working. We ain't lazy. We ain't sitting on our ass. We working. So I appreciate it. Appreciate you, Keith McCauley, Black Attack, and again, Young Creep. Salute. And I'm out of here, man. 3 hours. We got it in, though. Appreciate y'all hanging with me. So until tomorrow, God willing, peace and blessings. Salute.